There we go. We are here. Oh, I need my music
Man,
mini
I wish-
player.
Yeah, I wish I did some stuff on this morning to fix this before stream, because I messed up some things.
That's okay. I also
Why is it
took a
breaking?
nap for like 3 hours and then forgot that I was streaming, and now I have to figure out what I'm doing on stream.
I know what I'm doing on stream, but I just why is this breaking? In what world is this breaking? Visual is null.
It's okay. I got my Dr. Pepper though, so that's the important thing.
What did I break? I broke something.
He broke something. I did have a
What did I
little
broke?
bit on my to-do list.
Here, how about this? Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna open up command prompts. I feel so bad because someone joined and they were asking what we're working on, and I was like, oh, give me a second to set up stream. I'll show you in a second. And then whenever I finally got everything set up, I went to show them, and guess what? Everything's broken.
Crazy. Maybe I work on some of the UI art design. I just don't know.
Sure, yeah.
I don't know exactly what to make it look like.
I can give you a lot of feedback on that if you want.
Okay. Like, I'm just trying to think of like styling. Like, what should it be like? Should I try to make it look in like a certain style? Should it just look kind of like a basic UI, or should it be kind of themed? Like, it could just be nice boxes that fit in the same color palette, or it could be like, oh, it looks like a backpack or something like that.
That's honestly a really difficult one. Hello, Sakay. I don't know where Sakay is.
He's in my chat.
Hello, Sakay.
The better chat.
In your chat? What the fuck, Sakay?
Hello,
oh my god,
Nasitos.
Nasitos' first time chat in my chat? That's crazy.
Hey, that's the wrong chat.
Sorry, what is... Dude, I'm like losing my mind. Why is this breaking? Hello, Nasitos. So visual should be getting set somewhere. I know what's breaking.
Oh yeah, I also drew these slimes and balls last night, which was fun.
Not visible.
Biddy has Discord integration? Huh? Word?
Yeah.
I thought I did too, to be honest.
Is this a canvas layer? This is a canvas layer. If not visible, return. Sorry, there was some testing stuff. Yeah, I have Discord. Oh shit, you're so right. Thank you, my goat. I forgot to put it in my notifications on my channel. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I thought I had Discord integration for Twitch as well. Maybe I'm going insane.
You do.
I do? Okay. Well, I do too,
yeah.
So.
Yeah, you do.
It's just that making stuff up.
It doesn't... No, so it doesn't say that you're streaming. It has the purple dot, and people have to click on you to find out you're streaming, whereas mine, because I don't have a status, just says... Yo, this guy's streaming. Here's what he's streaming.
Ah, okay. Oh no,
let me make sure these grapes. Is there a grape being gotten in chat right now?
There is.
Okay, there we go. I sent out stream notifications.
Crazy.
I'm gonna do something stupid. By stupid, I mean I'm gonna open up Obsidian and I'm gonna make a thing that's just like, don't open there.
You know like what we have?
Stream chat.
We have this wonderful website.
Stream. VideoTube. Are you going to the UI database?
Yes, I am.
Dope.
What should we look at? I'm trying to think what games have good UI. Anybody have any ideas for games with good UI to look at?
Okay, we're gonna call that good for now.
You can search by like pixel art, right?
Sakay is trying to say that I am higher than him on the chart. I don't know that there's anyone in the server.
You are.
I don't know if there's anyone in the server that's higher than Sakay on the chart. Without saying anything about my placement vertically on the chart, I don't think there's a single person.
Oh, on the chart or on the... I wasn't sure. Do you meant on the chart or the tier list?
On the chart.
On the chart.
On the chart.
Okay.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm like perfectly in the middle.
All right, dog.
I'm just
for sure. You're definitely in the top right quadrant of the chart, but we won't even talk about that right now.
Hey, I worked on the game for like a year. So.
You did, and then you stopped.
What What am I doing right
Trying
now
to get
then?
further
Huh?
left, just like politics? Well, then start developing and stop yapping. You're already pretty far left on the chart,
Wow.
based on what I know about you. I guess. Well, never mind. You run a card shop, honestly. Never mind. Maybe you. Okay, does this work? Sorry. I have things that I really want to work on today, so that I actually get some. Literally paid the app. Yeah, exactly. Okay, no trail on the card. Dope. Okay, that works. Okay, cool.
Hey,
We're
let me
working.
look at
All right, if you're still here wondering about what the game is,
deckbuilders.
it is essentially side based Gungeon. And instead of getting cards, or instead of getting guns, you get these cards that you can use. Ignore the off-center tutorial thing. And these will essentially act as your weapons and power-ups. You can later upgrade these cards through the sticker system. So for example, if I go into debug and add a sticker, it will pop up a menu that shows me which sticker I can add to it. So I'll say this has 5 extra damage. I'm going to put that on the card. So I'll just like place this in a place that I think is cool. Boom, it's on there. And now the card does 35 damage instead of 30. Only problem is that's not actually functional. The number goes up, but it doesn't actually do anything yet. Because I am going to be working on it today, because we're going to be reworking the ability system, because it's kind of shit. And that's okay. But it's just very painful to work with. Did I consider making a game with C# rather than GD script? So C#... there's a lot of things that I really like about C#. There's a lot of things that I really like about C#. There's a lot of things in Godot that I don't like about C# though. For example, if you're even using the mono version of Godot, there's like a small hitch before you run the game where it has to compile the C# binaries, or not the binaries, but like it has to link all of the C# files. Also, the hot reloading is either not there or very limited compared to GD script hot reloading. So I think C# is nice because there's a lot more like definite objects. You know exactly what type things are. With GD script, I think the speed at which you can write code outweighs that. The performance is negligible. Our performance is not going to be based on how much GD script versus C# we're writing. It's going to be based on rendering, collisions, physics, things like that.
Should we base our UI off of Artifact?
Probably not, but I mean, maybe. The game's not good, but the UI could be. What does the UI look like? Let's take a look.
It looks like
Game UI database.
Looks like
Does it look like Dota?
It does look like Dota.
It looks like Dota. Artifacts.
It looks exactly
If you guys don't know
like
this
Dota.
website, by the way, we're pulling up this website. It's called Game UI Database. And it is really cool because you can browse through all of the different games and things like that you want. So we're just going to pull up Artifact.
It
Valve.
looks exactly
I guess
like
we'll do
Dota.
Foundry because this looks like it's new. Oh yeah, that does look very Dota. It's literally got the Dota settings menu. That's funny.
Yeah.
Not sure if you should mention that Dante's not as inspired by Artifact. Well, it definitely isn't. Artifact makes me really sad because Gabe Newell was talking about it one time. And a lot of people assumed that it was like supposed to be like a cash grab at the thing, but he sounded like really sad that people didn't like it. He was like, yeah, I really liked Hearthstone. And I wanted to make like our own version of it. And I was really looking forward to it. And then nobody liked it.
My
Which made me
original
kinda
like
sad.
UI inspiration was actually Balatro. It's just like the simple rounded boxes.
Castlevania UIs, you're so right. We should base it off of Cave Story. I wonder if they have Cave Story in
I don't know.
this. They don't. Unless it's
We'll look at
under
Castlevania,
Dokotsu.
Oh, and Jack's abilities
Oh,
in Dante's
Dante.
9 are the abilities on the cards.
Okay. Yeah, the like able to equip weapons and use them, basically just like the card using.
Which Castlevania do we want to look at? We have
There's a
Circle
bunch.
of the Moon, Dracula X, Harmony of Dissonance, and Lord of Shadow, Mirror of Fate.
This is definitely not a UI that we're gonna use. Whatever this one is, Castlevania. I think this was Symphony.
Oh, this looks terrible.
No, Harmony of Dissonance. We're definitely not using that one. Are they all? What's the newest Castlevania on the website? That's 2013. I think it might be this one. Okay, I don't think this is a very Castlevania game. This is definitely not. This is definitely not a Castlevania game. I mean, it is, but like, not one that counts. That's fine. I'll leave it up to JW. He's gonna take a look at it, and then we can
Yeah,
refine it from there.
they looked like
So
not quite.
let's go ahead. Also, sorry, yeah, Nasitos, definitely the performance hit is definitely gonna be based around how many shaders are in.
Do they have Goober Dash?
Screen.
Let's see.
So for anyone who
Goober.
doesn't know,
There's no
really
Goober
cool
Dash.
shader that I wrote.
Terrible.
This shader. Wow, dude, this looks so good, man. I'm still gushing about the shader that I wrote.
This guy loves shaders.
I do.
You like writing shaders, don't you?
I do. I'm gonna push up some of these changes, and then we'll get started on the ability system. So, did I add anything here? Importer default file logging. Okay, dope. Let's see. Trail test doesn't matter. You can be killed and murdered. Testing room doesn't matter. You can be killed and murdered. This is city and docks. Fire to visual. That was committed up. That wasn't supposed to be committed up. Oops. You can actually be reverted because that's JW stuff. You like writing shaders so much, I genuinely thought you were about to say, I'm actually going to go write a shader right now. No, not right now. Also, shaders are a lot easier to write when you're not on stream because I can just like sit down and just like close my eyes and then like think through and rotate every matrix in my head.
I genuinely don't know what UI to look at. I'm just looking at pixel art UI now.
There's a lot of shit that needs to be like killed in here, I think.
Why is it giving me alien isolation for pixel art UI? I guess it's vaguely pixel art.
I think so. Sticker UI needs to be involved. This doesn't need to be involved.
Animal well? How about animal well?
Maybe.
Animal well is really just boxes.
I like UDScript, but the lack of interfaces keep me away a bit. Compile time is a pain, but still much faster than Unity. True. Yeah, the lack of interfaces is really annoying. I'm really hopeful that traits will pick up progress again, but it kind of got killed a little bit back in April, so it's currently not having any progress. But I do still have that custom build for personal projects that I will almost certainly be using.
I don't think they have Slay the Spire on here, actually.
JW, I'm updating the game. Dante's 9 is going to use the custom trait build version of Godot.
Okay, cool.
That's crazy. You were supposed to say, no, we're too far into the game. I don't want to do that. Put your foot down.
Oh,
we're not doing that.
Yeah, they don't Slay the Spire on here. Do they have neon white? They don't have neon white either. Oh, they do have neon white.
Visual. You need to be added.
The main thing that I'm looking for, though, is less like UI layout and more like the design. So like the art part.
The art.
Because like this has a good
but he
layout.
has to use it as well. He has to use the custom trait build. It's not like I could just implement traits on our side and then he could just run it without downloading something.
Yeah, I don't know. How
also,
to
like
download
it's
things.
his project. I think that if I say we need to do something, and he should be allowed to at least push back, and we should talk about it. You know.
What kind of theme do we have for the UI? I think it's ancient Greece.
What's going on in here? What is this? Sticker selection? Or find dog? Whatever. I'll just trust that I wrote good code until I crash it, and then I'll be like, what the fuck? Yeah. Well, no, he didn't. But Lamau even. Sticker UITSCN. There's a lot of shit going on in here. Probably fine. What did I change in here? Oh, I just cleaned up some of the... Yeah. I should put this on Godot shaders, I think. The negative shader. I would like to clean it up more before I do that. Yes, we do use GitHub. That's what I'm using right now. I'm actually committing my changes up, and I'm going to push it up to GitHub in just a second, so that he's able to pull them. Sticker UI debug. Yep, push that up. Do I do my shaders in VS Code? Not a chance. Literally, the only thing that I use VS Code for in Godot is doing Git operations, because it's easier than doing it through command line. And if something breaks with one of the scenes, I open up the TSCN file through VS Code.
What if we just deal into the dungeon and make the inventory like a book?
You could make the inventory a card binder.
Interesting idea.
Have you ever seen a card binder? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, card binder is.
Okay, well, if you don't, I'm going to pull up an image anyways. Am I sharing my screen, by the way?
Yeah. Where is Biddy Vision?
There's a card binder. One of these. Oh, oops.
Oh,
one of these.
Biddy Vision is not working. Oh, Biddy Vision is working.
Yeah, it's one of these where you just have all of the cards, and then whenever you flip it, because the cards are 3D, you can fucking have the page flip, and then they would actually turn over. I don't know, man. Kind of cool. Kind of cool idea. Just saying.
Maybe.
Just saying, it's kind of a cool idea, and I feel like it'd be kind of dope. I will say, if we ever need inspiration for things that cards can be put into, or anything like that, we have quite a few people in the community that know about Magic the Gathering and card games. Specifically, I don't know what any of the cards were. Nausitos. I don't play. What game is this? Actually, let me take a look. I still have the image pulled up. Is this Magic? This is Magic. I do play Magic. Pyroclasm. I don't actually know.
The ones on the right are
card does.
Pokemon, though.
Those are definitely not Magic. Yeah, you're right. Very interesting. Yeah. Magic over here, Pokemon over here. Kind of crazy. 2 damage to all creatures for 1 red mana. Word. Yeah, we have a lot of people that know about Magic. Me. Also, if I need any sort of
Not me.
things to look at, Justin owns so much shit for Magic.
Crazy.
Nausitos literally runs a fucking card store. We got a lot of people that know about cards. Okay. Also, Northern Lion talked about Magic on his latest Bits and Banter, and he also talked about Dota and League of Legends. He literally hit all of the niches that I know about. The only one that he didn't hit on was Plat Fighters. If he said something about Melee, that would have been crazy, which he has in the past. Yes. Hi. So we actually do use load in here. Where is it?
Here you go.
It's in the sticker DB. Let me pull up that.
Okay.
So the main difference between load and preload is if you know the absolute path. So for example, preload is not a function, by the way, just letting you know. It is a function, but it's a bit of a weird one. So preload's a little different. So preload is parsed out before the code is actually run. So instead of it calling this preload function, it's actually replacing this with the scene. So it's a little bit different. You couldn't say, for example, have a function called like load file with like a name of the file, which is a string, and then do preload.
Okay. Yeah.
Because this would actually be pissed because it needs to be a constant string because it has to know exactly where the file is. So that's one of the main differences. Preload does all of the work up front, but you have to know what the file is. Now, there's a difference one if you need to do anything dynamic. So, for example, if I go over to sticker DB, we actually have this where we will grab all of the stickers from this directory. And since we're like grabbing any stickers in this directory rather than specific strings, we actually have to use load here. This honestly ends up being about the same thing because we're doing a load at runtime, but it's like dynamic. So if I were to go into the data folder and add a new sticker in here, it would automatically load it because we're doing it dynamically.
Oh,
so
hello,
preload
what?
would not work here.
Sorry.
Holy shit, it's what? Goblin
It's
guy.
what?
Right?
Goblin guy. Yeah.
Whoa, what goblin guy? What goblin guy? Aha.
Yeah, I'm looking at UI.
Oh, my veto tube is missing.
I don't know. I wanted to design the UI for my game, so I'm looking around. I was looking at the Gungeon map. I like the Gungeon map, how it's like transparent, but then still has like some styling on it. I do like that.
Let's see. Do I want to? I think I might want to just recreate the ability class from scratch, which like really sucks.
But yeah, a lot has happened probably since the last time you watched. I am now working with
Was I programmed?
No, you were not. I don't think. I don't think he's seen that, but I'm now working with Bitlytic for programming stuff because I'm very bad at programming. But now I'm doing a lot of the art stuff. He's doing a lot of the programming.
Hello.
I'm still doing a little bit of the programming sometimes. Not really, but...
Dude, I just realized if there's a chat message I really like, I can go up to the top of my screen and give them a little pat. Good job. Thank you for the chat. Because I have the thing on my stream that shows the chat in the top right, so I can just like move my mouse up there and give them a little pat. That might be goated.
Alright, CK, that's not very nice.
What did CK
It's not
say?
wrong, but it's not very nice.
What did he say?
He said very bad at programming, understatement of the year.
Hello, Dept mean. Also, you get a pat. Hello, pat. Okay. So I think, yeah, because this class is like really bad stuff in general. Right? Because card ability, this is extended by, yeah. I remember this. So for anyone who doesn't know, I just want to outline kind of the issues with the card system, or at least the current ability system. And I guess JW, this would be nice for you to hear if you don't already know the issues with it.
Yeah.
So, for example, if I go to gunability.tscn, this is the gun. So whenever you shoot, whenever you left click to shoot, it will spawn in this, rotated to the direction you're looking. So it's this area. And if there's anything in this area, it will detect it and then do a ray cast and do some other shit.
Yep.
You'll also notice that there is currently no gun here, which is a little weird because if I go into game, you will notice if I add pistol and then put the pistol in my hand, there's a pistol here. So where is this gun? Well, there's this visual scene. So this is what is currently attached to the player. And then whenever you left click, it will spawn in this scene, rotated in the direction you're in, and it will immediately destroy itself after it's done, which is very bad.
It is very bad.
I guess it's not inherently bad if it was set up in a little bit of a better way. But it's honestly pretty bad to work with right now because this visual doesn't know anything about this ability. And for something as simple as a gun, it's fine. But if you have something like what has like a weird thing? I guess the sword kind of has like a weird thing. Where there's like a period afterwards where there's nothing happening. You essentially have to have your ability script coordinate with the visual script without either of them knowing about each other. So you end up running like parallel lines of code that just have to terminate at the right time, which ends up being really bad because if you swap cards at the end, you can see, I guess it didn't do it there. Hold up. Is it gun to sword? I think that has the issue.
I think so, yeah. No?
One of them has some issues. Hold on.
Maybe if you attack right after, because then it cancels the animation. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so now I have two visuals on me, which is really bad. Now this guy's stuck on me because they're completely disconnected and they just have to run at the same time.
Yeah, that one's bad.
So.
Oh, by the way,
yeah,
Watt
it ends
says,
up being really bad.
Congrats on getting so many subs with so few vids.
Damn, I'm getting roasted. Yeah. I appreciate it though.
He uploads like once a year. It's okay. He's still on schedule.
It's fine. It's like time and effort, you know. I don't know. Game development's way more important to me than like YouTube videos.
I need to make a YouTube video. I'm thinking of doing like a 1 year of progress on a solo indie game video. Well, not solo anymore, but like
yeah. No, do a 1 year progress of solo indie dev, and then I'll make a video with you uploading 2 months of progress as a non-solo indie dev, and we can like compare and contrast the speed of development.
True.
Sorry, let me read chat. I've seen streamers implement systems that allow them to remove the bones of chat members. That would be great for whenever MOAS shows up.
True.
You're learning Godot from the past 3 weeks. Can you help me with that? How and where you should start with? You should start with making games, which is like the most vague thing ever. So if I pulled this up, this is the one I always recommend to people. This is called the 20 game challenge. You go here, you click on the challenge, and then it will tell you the first game that you start with, which is, quote unquote simple. It might be simple, it might not be, based on what you do and already don't know. But you start with either Pong or Flappy Bird. You get this to a point that you're happy with, move on to the second game, and then go on until you feel like you are confident in your abilities to make whatever you want to. Because this will introduce one level of complexity with every game, and you can look up specific things for the things you're stuck with. Don't get stuck in tutorial hell. Don't watch a 60-part series on how to build a game and copy the code one for one. If you do watch tutorials, my recommendation for tutorials is watch it all the way through without Godot open. Take notes down either the first time or watch it a second time and take notes down. Close the video, go into Godot, and then try to recreate it without watching the video and only reference your notes. Because then, if you're like, I missed something, minimize Godot, go back to the video, watch it, take more notes on the things you missed, go back to Godot. Never watch the video and work in Godot at the same time, because then you're just copying down code and not actually understanding what it does. Okay, so what visual would probably be the easiest one to work with?
What visual?
Like
probably the gun.
The easiest ability. Probably the gun.
Yeah, because all the visuals are on the gun currently. Because of the sword,
Yeah.
half the visuals are on the ability, half of them are on the gun.
Wait, is that real? Wait,
I think so.
sorry, I didn't realize. Is that real? Did I just learn something new about the game? Oh, this is like even worse. So for the gun, all of the abilities are on visual. For the sword, the swipe isn't.
Mm-hmm.
But the sword is. Okay. Cool. Didn't know that. Me when I'm learning things. Yeah, let's make a sword rewrite scene. So we will start with.
So let's see. So what kind of UI do we even need? Honestly, it might make more sense to, because we have like the pause menus and stuff. That's just basic pause menu stuff.
Hello.
There's the map, which honestly, with like Gungeon, it has like the border around the map when you pull it up. But I think since we have like the little mini map, it might make sense to just like dim the screen behind it and then just have the map full size.
I mean, we can
pop
have
up,
the
kind of like that.
We can also have a border around the mini map or around the map whenever it gets pulled up, and not have it around the mini map.
Maybe.
I think it's fine. I think we can play around with that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, we don't have to exclusively cut out the border because the mini map doesn't have one.
Yeah. I was just thinking that I would like it that way, not like we have to do it that way. But we can try either.
Fair enough. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't really care either way. I'm just saying.
Let me pull up the game and see what kind of UI stuff we currently have in it, because
no BitKisser on screen. Yeah, I'll pull up BitKisser on screen for just a second.
Oh no.
Let me open.
You should set that as your video tube.
Fuck. Not a chance.
It's Moaz.
Open on the main
where's
monitor.
Where's the system to remove the bones of chat members when we need it?
There's BitKisser on stream. You're welcome.
Oh, I'm still on
This was drawn by Sakei in the Discord server.
It's very beautiful. That's not true at all, but okay.
It's not true. Okay, actually, before I start coding, I'm so sorry. I'm actually going to immediately stop coding, and I'm going to write down a new note, which is going to be about ability rewrite, because I would like to jot down some of the things.
Oh yeah, guys, here's some cool new enemy designs in Engine that look really sick.
Oh, are you showing?
Yes.
Enemy designs? Enemy designs. Oh yeah,
Look
yeah,
at
yeah.
those, aren't they cool?
I'll toss this on the screen really quickly. It's these guys. Yes, Slime's Eye of Cthulhu, but not Eye of Cthulhu legally distinct version. Slime from Terraria legally distinct version.
So my idea was, so for the eyeball guy, he'll like fly towards you and then like explode. And then the slime will start off as like this like magma thing, and then his shell will kind of like break as he takes damage, and then he'll be like stronger once his shell's broken, but have like really low health. So maybe he'll like spew out lava or something when he's in that form. And it has some different versions here. I didn't know which one of these I like the most. I think I like the one with like the glow around the edges.
Could make it animate.
I could, but I'd also have to
You
like,
could have it like swap between them.
animate.
Or like
Or you could
maybe
write a
it's about to
shader for
attack.
it.
That's true, I could. Or it's about to attack and then it does like a little wiggle and then it does like a little animation and then it like shoots out lava afterwards, who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
It like flickers between them.
I just like hate doing frame by frame animation.
That's crazy. There's a pixel artist and he hates drawing pixels.
Yep.
Okay, back to this.
Oh, also what?
I'm so sorry
I
again.
got this really epic train, if you're still watching, that I had designed. So I had drawn this a while ago, but I had just done some animation for it in Godot. I'm very happy with this one. Kind of like bounces up and down. So the main thing with my game is, as I said, I don't really like doing frame by frame animation, so I'm kind of doing something unique by having most of the stuff be animated in engine with like squash and stretch and fun things like that. So less work for me, and it makes it kind of more unique and fun. So for this is going to be like the method of fast travel. So you'll have like a bell or something, and when you ring it, the train will come like flying in off screen and just like build magic tracks to your position, and then it'll take you off to whatever station you tell it to. So it's basically just a fast travel in any roguelite, but more thematic. Which we still need to implement that. But, you know, I'll make Biddy do it. That's his job.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to fix.
I also want to implement the card pack at some point. That'll be fun.
The card pack?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can do some cool animation shit for
Yeah.
that at some point. I already have thought about how I'm going to do it, so
Okay, cool.
that's going to be fun.
Already, now I forgot what I was
another
doing.
issue.
What was
Sure.
I doing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was gonna check out the UI in game. Remind myself.
There's another
what we
issue
even
with
have.
the current ability system, which
Mhm.
is that rather than the ability handling its activation by like left clicking or
Mhm.
whatever, let's say we wanted an ability to be able to hold down left click and then let go of left click. That is not even remotely currently possible in our current
Yeah,
system
because it's
because
based on the
it is
card.
handled by the hand.
Oh yeah, the hand. Yeah.
The hand is entirely responsible for what the attack gets done, which is like
Mhm.
not ideal in the slightest. Because of the aforementioned reason of we just can't control it on the ability. So I want to do that there as well.
Inventory double glowing again, or am I going crazy?
Go back to the inventory.
Or like the settings menu. That's what I meant. These like really glowy.
Maybe. It honestly could be. I have no fucking clue.
And now
be
this
honest.
one. No wait, no, this one is glowing. It's just that it's dark. Let me
Is it? Add a card. Sorry, I'll put this on stream so that I'm not just like
Oh, it
staring
is.
at the.
These are still broken, but
Yeah,
I think it's fine. I think I'm just going insane. That's probably what it is.
I think so. Yeah, I think it looks fine.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
We could probably just like
Um,
decrease the brightness of the UI just a little bit so it's not quite as like. Honestly, for the settings menu, I don't think the UI is too bad. I'm just trying to think what we could change.
Yeah, no. I think it looks fine. It's very programmer though.
Yeah,
say.
I just don't know what
Which
to
is not-
do to like make it better, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like I have no experience designing UI or anything. You know what I should do?
Do you know what
I
Figma is?
should open Isle Goblin and see what UI is in there.
Oh my god, dude, he's cheating. He's cheating and stealing. Get him
Honestly,
what?
not a bad
Get
idea.
him what? Take down his stream. Take down his stream.
You know what?
You
I'm
can do
gonna
that,
do
by
it.
the
I
way.
want to see what UI he has.
You can take down his stream, by the way.
Hopefully I don't,
You
like,
do
leak
have
all my
intellectual
personal
property rights.
information
If he
by
shows it
opening
on stream, you
Steam.
can take him down. Because he's not using it in fair use.
The blind leading the blind.
Banger. Do you have any tips for designing UI? Not really. Other than keep it simple, I guess. At least for me, is I try to keep it simple. Thankfully the textures were designed by Temperacat here, so they actually look good. Why is this not showing? Oh.
Wait, what
That's
textures?
not
What are we
showing
talking
anything.
about?
Never
Sorry.
mind. The inventory or the UI textures.
Ah.
There's
They're literally like a square with rounded corners.
Yeah. Well, the colors look fine. Is like the main thing.
The colors are from a color palette that I stole off the internet.
Yeah, but like I wouldn't have picked these colors is the thing with the same palette. You've seen my work. I don't
Yes,
pick
that's
the
true.
same colors. Anyways,
I really need to learn how to
so
like not use a color palette. I'm addicted
so
to
I would
using
say
color
keep it
palettes.
simple because like the inventory here is like just this is a grid container, I think. Or no, sorry. This is a grid container, which just has them like all next to each other inside of like a margin container, scroll container. Everything's just like squares.
Yeah.
All the way down inside of the system tab.
Everything's squares.
Well. Where's the everything's square. Everything's computer. In the system tab as well, you can see that we just have like a row with objects on it. Sorry, this is fucked up. Sorry, this is the wrong one I'm looking at. Hold on. So this is the video tab. So you can see that the video tab is just a VBox container, which means that it aligns objects vertically. And then each object is actually an HBox container with a label on the left and then the actual item on the right, so that they're all like consistently spaced. That's what I would recommend, is to just keep everything as like simple and boxy as possible, at least for your first pass. And then later try to like come back to it with like some sort of artistic thing, but try to keep everything kind of lined up. I think a lot of people like it whenever things are like flush with the side of the screen. Use as many of the built-in Godot nodes as you can to just like keep things level and not like all over the place. Is pretty much it. Not saying this is a perfect UI by any stretch of the imagination, but if you want an artistic pass, go to the game UI database and take a look there. And then if you want to prototype UI, there's a program. It is free, I'm fairly certain. It's a website called Figma, Figma. And it allows you to make UI mockups there.
Interesting.
It is very popular. We use it at work. Well, I don't, but people at my work use it. So.
All right, IO Goblin time.
Why are you IO Goblining?
I want to see what the UI looks like.
He's using this as an excuse to play IO Goblin.
So let's see. I like the buttons.
Oh,
so they've got
nuts.
shadows on the bottom and highlight directly on the top. The pixel size is a little bit smaller than what I would have.
Abilities. I will call this ability.
My character Meow Dr. Pepper that I've played for like 1 hour. Oh, is the little loading symbol new? I love the little loading symbol. What do we got here?
You can make your own nodes in Godot. We actually have that in our game. On this guy, I think. Right? Hold on. Sorry, someone somewhere is doing something cool. It might be me, it might not be.
I'm honestly curious how this UI is designed, like, because this is made in Unity. I don't know how Unity's UI system works, so if it's similar to Godot where it has like
can be translated over,
like the patch rect or whatever it's called.
So I believe Unity does have a 9-patch rect equivalent. I don't know if they have anchor equivalents or if they're as usable as Godot's anchors.
I would assume that most of these
UI
are
nodes,
like hard-coded sizes, given that they're like designed around a specific design.
Yeah.
Like the backpack is like looks like a backpack with little gremlins inside of it.
Yeah. This node is a custom node, by the way, Lukaisa, which is just it's an H layout container. So if I give a reference rect, and then toss a couple of these in here, did they do? Oh, maybe you don't. Oh, because this isn't a tool script. Sorry. But whenever you open up the card menu, this is like a custom-made HBox container that just allows me to move things up and down from their starting position. So it only repositions one time rather than keeping them in line the entire time.
So the UI for this, for like the basic settings menu, is basically just like fancy boxes and squares instead of like basic boxes and squares. So
yeah, if you know web dev for UI stuff, if you know like divs and like simple CSS, a lot of that transfers over to Godot, and honestly is probably the best way to learn UI for Godot, because like a VBox container is basically a flexbox in CSS with direction set to column.
Ooh, I think one thing that... Oh, go ahead.
And I was just going to say that learning HTML, like, because I work in web dev, moving to Godot UI was like so unbelievably like simpler because I could just think of it as building like a website. It's pretty much the same thing with a couple of nice things to it.
One thing that could help for the UI is outlines, because I can see on here all the different UIs all have like black outlines, which I like. Currently ours does not. I'm a big fan of like black outlines around important objects like UI. So we try that, see how that looks.
Oh my god, what is the standard attack? Yeah, there it is. So...
The UI in this is very good. It's like, it's still just like basic rectangles and boxes, but it's all like themed. Just kind of fun.
I make this as abstract
the map.
as
What does the
possible.
map look like? The map is basically just like a rectangle as well.
This guy's
Is there a pan with the map, or can you just zoom in and out? It's not.
How are you currently doing this? Is there anything that I can not salvage?
I feel like a panning option would be useful in them. Oh, okay, WASD, okay.
Oh.
I'm wanting to like click and drag.
I would recommend, yeah, either if you can't left click, I think middle click or right click are very good for clicking and drag.
Yeah.
And left click's usually for like adding waypoints or something, or like clicking to do things. Yeah, a panning option would be great. Also, JW, can you just like hold up and then let go?
Hold up?
Okay, yeah, it like snaps immediately. If you wanted to, I think one thing that could be kind of cool for that UI would be to add some sort of like the slightest amount of smoothing. Not so much that you feel like it's like a slog, but like whenever you let go, it like slows down over like, I don't know, 1/10 of a second. So that it feels less like static. It'd be really cool.
I guess this has just turned into an Isle Goblin review stream. I haven't played this game.
I mean, it looks really
forever.
good. I've seen this game a few times.
Yeah,
I don't think I played it.
It's basically like top-down Terraria, but like if it was way cooler.
Yeah, no.
Also,
Yeah, I've seen
I don't know if
some
that's
of the
accurate at
vlogs.
all because I've barely played Terraria.
I think from what I remember seeing, it is kind of like top-down
It is a little bit
Terraria.
like that,
It's
yeah.
closer to Necess. Have you ever played Necess? What? Necess is a
I'm
somewhat
pretty sure
similar
he
game
did.
to what you're making.
Because I think he had a video where he like played a bunch of games similar to his game that people had recommended. Like Core Keeper, Necess. I don't remember what other ones.
Oh, that new Terraria-like game that was announced a few months ago. I'm really looking.
Oh, that
forward
one
to.
looks so cool. I
really
can't
don't
wait for
remember
that
it.
one. Like I will actually play that one. I'll probably play it for like
I'm
10
sure you
minutes
remember
and
the
get
game.
bored.
What game was it? If you're here, save me, Lukaiza. Show it to me, Lukaiza. Tell me.
Show it to me, look, guys.
Show it to me. Rachel's so fucking funny to me. Let's see. Wish I remember the name. Do I have a? Oh my god.
Here, it's on my wish list. I know it's on my wish list. I can
It is?
find
Okay,
it.
thank you. Checking your wish list. Oh, is that it? That might be it. What just sent in chat? I can't read it. Kyora?
Kyora?
I think that's it. Yeah, I've looked this one up before.
Yeah, it's Kyora.
Exactly that one.
Yeah, it looks
You're so fucking
sick.
right for that. This game looks so good. We got it.
Like the art on it looks
We're there.
amazing. I love it.
It looks so good, man.
like the one with the big worm thing. The screenshot with the
Yeah.
big worm looks so cool.
God, this is so pretty.
I actually kind of stole some of the ideas from that, some of the colors from that for my slime. That's actually what inspired me to draw it, because I saw that screenshot and I was like, I want to draw a lava slime.
It really does give me like the good vibes of Starbound with like the really good vibes of Terraria, which sounds like perfect.
Angry Snail is working on it. I have not heard of Angry Snail. Let's find Angry Snail.
And I'm really, really hoping that Chucklefish... Well, I guess Chucklefish isn't developing, but I'm hoping that they learned from Starbound, because Starbound's code is like...
Angry Snail, I'm going to follow you.
Yeah, we never got Terraria Otherworld. Otherworld? Is that what it's called? I think it was called Otherworld. I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of happy we never got Otherworld, and I think Relogic is too. Because I think them putting the effort back into Terraria rather than trying to make Otherworld good like we got more content out of Terraria than we would have gotten.
Why
from
the heck
Otherworld,
did
I
my
think. Another
cat
World kind of looked.
my cat post like popped off so hard on Blue Sky for some reason?
I don't know, man. Yeah, so Chuckfish's conduct during Starbound development was pretty bad. Also, the developers just hated the code after a while because they had done so many, not like newbie things, but like very unmodifiable things.
They're literally me.
Yeah, well, no, that's not true. I can work through your code. Godot kind of doesn't let you write code like that, I feel like. Well, that's not entirely true. We've seen Quinn's code. Lots of love, by the way.
Hello.
I think it's honestly really admirable whenever someone has like rough code, but they've like just kept at it. Honestly, I kind of respect that a lot more than people who can write good code.
No, one of my friends in school wrote like an entire game inside. It was like, I think it was Replit with like the world's worst graphics library in Python in one giant script that was like 2,000 lines long. And I was like, how did you do this? And it was, it wasn't like a good game, but the fact that he like actually spent the entire time working on that was kind of insane.
Yeah. Okay. No, Quinn's cool. You haven't seen her code yet?
You haven't seen her code? Oh dear.
Really? Let me see if I can pull up a reference image. Just to give you a little bit of an idea, Lucas, Quinn does not use GitHub. Quinn uses Google Drive, where she will make a zip file of her project at regular, semi-regular intervals and upload it to Google Drive with a new version on it of like 0.7 or whatever. Yeah, that's interesting. From Lucas, no, from Quinn. Old. Let's see.
I mean, if it works, it works.
It does work, for sure. It's so respectable whenever people can do that. I would get so impatient. Okay, here's one of the... Yeah, yep, found it. Let's just download message.txt. I'm going to toss this on my desktop as...
I will pull up Bitty Vision for this.
Code? Yeah, we're going to open up Bitty Vision. Let me open this up in Google, or in VS Code. So here is Quinn's absolutely beautiful code.
Oh, hello, Blood Werewolf in Twitch chat.
Hello.
We are making a game.
She has 5 enemies, and so she is already selecting each 5 enemies' health bar and putting them in variables. Select 1, select 2, so on. Doing the same thing with all of the player stats into different variables. Grabbing all of the UI elements into different variables that are just like direct references. And then down here, she's checking if enemy count is greater than or equal to 2. She sets the health, and then inside of that, if it's also greater than or equal to 3, she sets the health of the 3rd enemy, and so on. So if she had a 6th enemy, she would have to change this to greater than or equal to 5, and then create a new one. Tap this over. Greater than or equal to 6, and then change that. She would love to know about so many things. This was a year-old code, however, I will say I don't think much has changed. I did see her code the other day. Not a whole lot has changed.
But it worked.
But yeah, I mean, she has consistently worked on this pretty much every day for the last year. But yeah, you can see that this is like some of the most insane code that has ever been dropped in the server. This is a 1,200 line code file. Discord invite does not work for you. Really? Hold on. Which one? Which one are you trying to join? Is that why? Hold on. Hold on. I may be stupid. Did I copy the wrong invite? No Google Chrome. I actually didn't want to print that, believe it or not. How do you open up a new incognito Chrome tab? Found it. Yeah, so that should work. The invite to my server should work. The SKPC one. This one. Let's see.
Hmm.
This one does work for temporary cat games. Which one isn't working?
Good.
What's up?
If I wanted to change all the panels in the project to a different texture, do I have to manually go through and change every?
Nope. Okay. My Discord invite link. Really? I'm gonna double check. I'm gonna send the link that I see right here. Let me know if this isn't the link in the description for you. It's that one, the SKPC32BUFA. That one should work, and I'm very surprised if it doesn't.
Let me make sure this is using.
Yeah, so if you were to change all of the panels, you should be good to just change it through the scene file, or the theme file. Sorry.
The theme file. Okay.
Yeah, like the .tres.
Panel. Okay.
Yeah, you can go to wait, what are you looking at right now?
Here, let me switch. I don't know what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
See, themes.
So yeah, so open up the theme.
Inventory.
Yeah, it's called inventory theme.
Yeah.
So don't
panel.
Wait, yeah. If you click on panel, what is that? Oh yeah, yeah. You can just change the.
Okay, well I changed this, but it to the outline, but I don't see an outline.
Can you double check that the texture has the outline? Can you like
Yeah, it does.
Okay. You know what actually might be the case there?
Mm-hmm.
Can you click on the element that you have? I'm gonna put you on stream real quick. Sorry, guys. Also, my music stopped playing. So can you click on the? Where's the? Oh my God! What am I asking for? Click on cards.
Oh wait, is it because it's a tab container?
Click on cards. Cards is the one that has the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cards. Yep. And then. Oh, no, I guess not. Open that up. Open up that scene.
Open up the scene. Okay.
Yes. And then there is the panel there. Does it have a custom override? It doesn't.
It does not.
Okay, and then the margin container doesn't have an override on it, neither does the scroll container. What about the cards itself? Like at the top level?
Go this one.
Yeah, there's a theme override, yeah. Okay, but it's margin top, it shouldn't matter. Let me open up the theme on my side. What's the theme called again? Inventory.
Oh, inventory theme.
Yeah, it was something wrong on your part. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure. If it wasn't working, then I would definitely try to get that.
I go here. For some reason, my old inventory panel is 192 by 192. Do I have like this? Does it need to be scaled or something?
Shouldn't. I mean, maybe, but probably not. Hopefully not. Hopefully no one finds out that everything in the game is scaled by 4 and it's been like that for a year and that won't be fixed.
Oh, and what? I don't think anybody answered your question, did they? But the code that we were talking about was a member from Biddy's server.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I don't mean it with any animosity. Honestly, it is still like really impressive that they have. Can you zoom in on the edges of that panel?
Here?
Actually. Yeah, there's no outline on that.
No outline.
Yeah. No, it is impressive whenever someone has like what I would call bad code and is honestly able to just like keep on trucking and working on it. It is very, very impressive.
See if I can find a different UI like the settings and see if that updated.
Yeah. Can you do me a?
Yep.
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah, while you're doing it, fine.
It's in here somewhere.
The Toby Fox magic, no, genuinely.
Oh, it did something.
What the fuck? That's your old settings. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that in my life. I don't know what those are.
Oh wait, this is like a dialogic or something.
Oh yeah.
That's
dialogic needs to be killed from the project, I think.
There we go. This is
not that dialogic is a bad plugin. I would just rather write our own solution for it.
Yeah. This one has an outline, but it's really tiny.
Have an outline? Okay, and
the scaling is wrong, I think. I think it doesn't need to be scaled, so I can just change that in the export. I love scaling everything by 4.
Oh lord. Yeah, so for anyone who doesn't know, everything in the game. No, UI scaled by 3.
What's like the worst system in your game currently?
Hold all of the sprites in game are scaled by 4, and all of the UI is scaled by 3.
It's very great. Oh wait, did I export that? That's the right thing.
Okay. I need to keep writing this code. I want to write this code, and I keep getting distracted.
Yeah, I exported that, right?
So, how we... Oh god. I don't like looking at this. So, activate top call, that doesn't work. Right, that, yeah.
You don't even know what your worst habits are because I'm so blind to how to do it correctly. Oh, okay. I don't know, I was kind of under the impression that like you knew how to program really well, so it's kind of funny to hear.
Why is this tapped over 8 times?
Or at least your game seems more advanced than like something I could do. There is inventory theme.
That's not...
No, search bars are like so underrated. I always forget that they're a thing.
You can also favorite properties in 4.4 if you don't remember that.
You can do what?
You can favorite properties in the inspector.
So I could be like...
Yeah, if you right click on something, favorite it. It always shows up at the top now.
Whoa.
Well, whenever you're...
show up at the top.
Well, it's because you're not editing the correct thing.
Oh, okay.
But certain things don't, I guess.
I don't know.
Because you're editing the theme. If you were to like click on one of the control nodes, you can favorite something inside of an actual node.
Yeah.
It's a little weird. It's also a new feature, so I'm sure that it's just like a little...
Oh, it did not export my... Something's off on my YouTube chat Nightbot. They should be sending at different times, and they're sending at the same time.
Well, dude, Timberhearth. Outer Wilds reference.
Hey, I have that one in my playlist somewhere, I think.
What am I doing? Okay. Sorry, I'm still trying to read this code because it's interesting.
My code? My beautiful code?
Yeah, that one. I would love to rewrite deck. I don't know if I put a to-do note in here. I would love to rewrite the deck code.
You can do that all you want.
I'm going to put a to-do up here, which is just hashtag to-do rewrite.
There we go, now it has a bigger outline.
Because, for anyone who doesn't know, the deck is actually also... It's an auto-load node, and it doesn't need to be.
Why is the tab texture 320 by 192?
What about it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. You did some shit.
It's such a long time ago that I forgot.
Like,
but it's still
is there
square.
Like margin, or is it a square?
Yeah, it's a square.
Can you open that up in Aseprite and see if there's just like weird ass margins?
How do I open it in Aseprite?
Show in File Manager and then drag it into Aseprite. Just hoping it doesn't dox you.
I don't care. I mean, I do, but like...
Also, for anyone who wants to hate Tempura Cat more, he uses OneDrive to store his files.
Yep, I do.
Sorry, I just wanted to let everyone know. God, I'm getting no progress on this done right now.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's not. I really want to get this at least somewhat working today.
So I think maybe if we just export... What if we... Let's go, OneDrive gang. Okay, what if we just... Where is the tab here? I think is what we want. But we have to change the... Oh dear. Yeah, we have to change the style box for like all the buttons and stuff too, though. If we want to have outlines.
Yeah, so one thing that we could do, honestly...
Oh, we could make style boxes as resources, and then
put
those in there.
Exactly that. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Well, let me see how this looks in-game before I try changing more stuff.
So we're getting the card from here. Getting the card type. Unequipping. If there's a scene, which will be most likely going away or changing.
Thanks, I can't see the outline at all, but it looks fine, I guess. Is this
on the child?
Double glowing? I feel like it almost is. Let's look in the remote. On the inventory. Oh, there's so many things in here.
Yeah. What are you looking for?
Where is the inventory or the settings? Is it under
Settings?
inventory?
It's part of inventory. Yeah, it's one of the tabs.
It's one of the tabs. Okay. Margin container.
Yeah.
Tab container.
There you go. System.
System.
Is it just system that's glowing?
I can't tell.
Because I would imagine it's the entire. If it's
'cause, like,
any UI, I think it'd be all UI. Swap back to the card.
Actually, I have an
tab.
idea. If I just go to the level where the current world environment is, is there a way to disable it from here?
You can change. Click on the drop down and change it from default environment to a new world environment. Click on the drop down. Yeah.
That would disable it.
And that should. Yeah.
Okay, so it's not double glowing. I'm just going insane. Oh, there's something weird going on with the scroll bar there.
Yeah, it's a little fucked up.
Well, this is what the game looks like with no world environment.
Boring.
So boring and dark.
Now show them the world with HDR on.
HDR? I don't know how to do that.
So I think I just disable all of this code and I rewrite all of this, question mark.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Good luck.
Yeah. I guess. Man.
I need to run to the restroom. I will put everybody on Bitlytic Vision. I will be right back.
Damn, that's so sad. I was just about to walk away and get something, but okay, hurry up.
I'll be back in just a minute.
So, I'm trying to think about how I want to rewrite this system, because it's very... I don't want to just, like, destroy all of this code, because only a part of it needs to be rewritten, but I'm trying to think about everything that needs to be swapped around. So I guess, fuck it, we'll just start with this. I'm gonna... Just for now, we'll toss var ability scene, just the base ability scene. Base, come on, give me the thing. Ability. Base ability. Oh lord, this is a lot of code. On equip card somewhere in here. You. So I will spawn in the ability scene. Oh, I guess I have, sorry, spawned. So we'll instantiate this in. Will this be a child of the player? I think the answer is yes. Although, what is equipment visual? What is this doing? Does the player have like a thing in here? Equipment visual, yeah. Okay, you know what? Okay, I might actually have a slightly better idea for this. Now after I'm seeing this, I think what I'll do is I'll add a node called like player equipment. So any weapons can be attached to this, or anything can be attached to this. Then I'll toss this in here. This guy will actually be responsible for triggering and untriggering abilities, I think. So, like for example, if input is action just press standard attack. What is? Let me grab this really quickly and do reg attack. Start timer. You should not be a thing. Kind of. A.activate regular attack button instantiate. Okay, yeah. I think all of you can be.
Alright, I'm back. Drink too much Dr. Pepper. I love Dr. Pepper, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. And then reg attack, which you're gonna be pissed because a lot of this doesn't exist. You can be killed. You can be killed. You need to be dragged in.
Dr. Pepper is objectively the best soda. And if you think otherwise, you're wrong.
Chat.
How do I make a poll?
Kill this man. How do I make a poll?
How do I make a poll?
You can do it on YouTube, I think.
Do it on YouTube, okay.
You can't do it on Twitch.
Wow, that's actually so lame. Now, how do I make a poll on YouTube is the real question.
There's a plus button, and then you can do start a poll. Actually, maybe you can't. You might not be able to. I can. You might not be able to. You can? Okay. I don't remember if you have to be like partnered on YouTube or not. They like hide stupid features behind things. Or they hide really cool features behind stupid requirements.
There you go.
Visual.
My beautiful poll for like my 2 viewers.
Alright, I'm opening up JW's stream just to vote no 3 times on 4 different YouTube accounts. Temporary cat games. How long is the poll open for? Watch out, JW. You've got the thing on your screen. I can see your YouTube chat that you're signing into currently.
Oh, that was the wrong thing. And also, no, because it's...
Oh no, I can't change my vote. No, screen. I can't change my vote! I clicked the wrong thing! Oh my god. Okay. Just know that if it wins by 1 vote, it wasn't supposed to, and I voted the wrong thing.
Crazy.
Yeah. Just letting you know. So, you will no longer be doing a regular attack. You don't.
Oh, I can't actually vote in my own poll. It's terrible.
Good.
What did I do? I messed something up here.
If can activate and can... What?
There we go.
This is weird. Okay, does this work? Who knows? I don't.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, that's fun, actually. Let me... Can I bind primary attack to scroll wheel down? Dude, can you look at my screen real quick?
Yeah, let me see. Abilitic vision.
Dude,
wait, is there no delay right now? Or did you
yeah, because I haven't added the cooldown yet.
Oh. That's really funny.
Dude, okay, this might be the way, the distinctive way, the definitive way to play Dante's 9. Dude, okay, hold on, this is kind of fun. Maybe that's a card that you activate that whenever you hold down left click, you just spam.
That would be really funny.
Attack.
Feels very Terraria. Some of the weapons that like hit really fast. I only know that because I was messing around with Terraria weapons to get ideas for the game. No other reason.
It's funny that the poll is blocking your YouTube chat and you can't see it.
Yeah, I can't see my YouTube chat right now.
You can just like click on the 3 dots and click close poll.
Oh. Whoa. Look at that, nothing happened. I think I actually want to change. One thing I want to do is change the texture for your little selection box. Where do you have the texture?
What the fuck? It's called controller selection box.
Yeah. I think that should be...
Yeah, it's a 9 patch, so... Yeah, I mean, you can change it as you need to, as long as you adjust the margins, it should just work.
Yeah. I think it should just be like the 4 corners should have little...
Okay. Okay. So... Player equipment. You don't need to be a scene. God, the things I would give for Godot to have, what is it? Dual down attack.
What is this called?
Dual down. For Godot to have editor side plugins rather than having to be part of the project.
Well, I mean, you can... What plugins do you want to remove?
No, like, I want to add a plugin that would only be in effect by me, and I don't want it to affect you.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I want to add a macro plugin so that I can macro things, but it's fine.
You could do that. Like, I don't see how that would affect me, really.
Because you would have to pull the things, and it would be in the GitHub repository, and it's just...
I guess.
It's not worth it.
Controller selection box. Okay.
Minus equals delta, and then we'll clamp this to 0 by doing a max attack down and to 0. You want to start a northern line bit? You just want to like start talking about like Costco or some shit?
Yeah, I love Costco.
Would be a good northern line bit. Would be a good northern line bit. Fuck. We need to find someone to like target.
Oh, here I'm on Vision still. Moaz.
Are you on Vision? Oh my god. Dude.
Straight Moaz be like... I don't know.
Straight Moaz be like, I really don't like Dota.
I really don't like
Stream of us be like, I can talk to my parents about anything.
You're so
let's see.
mean. Okay, let's test this out on the controller. How does this look?
0, 0. We'll make him do attack.
I love how I'm over here changing like 5 pixels while you just like rewrite an entire system.
Yeah, I mean it happens.
Yeah, it happens like every day. That's okay.
Yeah, standard attack. So what I've decided, by the way, is I think what the hand was doing for regular attack versus ability attack is probably fine. Just it shouldn't be on the hand. I think I'm going to have a player equipment node that handles which node, or like how we do the attack. So I think like if there's no anything equipped, we just like left click and it swings, versus if something is equipped, then we tell that ability, hey, dickhead, it's time to swing.
Okay. Could you say that one more time? I was messing around with my inventory and I couldn't focus.
Yeah, sure, dude. Yeah, so instead of the hand being responsible for activating the ability, I think we're going to have a node under the player, so a component that handles all of the like who is attacking, so that whenever we equip something like a sword, we put that on the player equipment node. It handles where that goes, it handles what that looks like, and then whenever you attack, it tells the sword, hey, time to attack.
Will we have a separate one for like cards that aren't weapon cards, or is that just going to be handled by the hand?
That for now will be handled by the hand, I think.
Okay.
Because I think, honestly, let me take a look really quickly. I'm fairly certain that already is handled by the card itself.
Okay. Do you like the new selection box?
Give me 2 seconds. I gotta find this code that you just asked me about, or else I'm gonna forget about it forever. Yes, so whenever you use a card, it checks if it's an equipment card, it does all of the shit, which all of this will be going away, and being moved into the equipment tab. Then if it's not an equipment card, it will turn off activation, start the timer, and then do instance.activate, which is handled by the actual card. So the card says, I'm doing this now. And inside of this, we actually do all of the activation inside the card instance file. Okay, so what's your question? Sorry? Selection box, something?
Selection box. I made a different...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like that.
I think the problem with the inventory or the UI is it's just a little too bright. Like the reds are too bright. So I think we just tone it down a little bit and that'll make it look a little nicer.
Good. I'm so sorry, Cave Story Pure Walk. I love you, but like I don't want to listen to you right now.
Wow.
It sounds so good, but like it I'm sure kills like half the people's ears. It's very electronic. Okay, so there will be one unified cooldown. So attack cooldown. What's the cooldown for the attack right now?
For like any
Are
attack?
there 2 cooldowns for the attack? Like
it's based on the card. It's based on the card.
Whenever you swing just like your hand.
Oh,
does that have 2 cooldowns or is it just 1?
It's just 1, I think. I'm pretty sure it's on...
Really?
I think it's on the equipment itself. Or like the ability itself. I could be wrong.
Very interesting. I wonder what this would feel like if it was just like being able to hold it down. Like, I think you tried this, right?
For what? Oh, being able to hold it down?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really like that idea, but you can try it.
So what's the reason you didn't like it? Is it just because it felt like you were able to hold it down and run towards things?
Probably.
So can I offer a potential? So what if while you were attacking and holding down left click, you were slightly slowed down so that you can't just hold down left click? I think we could apply that on a per card basis as well, rather than just being like anytime you hold down left click to use a thing, it slows you down.
Yeah, I think Maybe, but I think the
kind of
regular
interested.
attack Q shouldn't be able to hold it down because it's like it just logically doesn't make sense. I don't think.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what the
I don't think
cooldown
there's
for the
any
regular
particular
attack was?
gameplay reason. What?
Do you know what the cooldown for the regular attack is?
No, but I can
it's
figure it out.
0.2 seconds.
Okay, it's 0.2 seconds. I told you I'd figure it out.
Thanks, dude. So I have an interesting idea that I really like because I didn't know that it wasn't this way. I thought it was. I didn't know that the swipes were both 0.2 seconds. I thought it was the first, like if you did the first swipe, then the second swipe would have a shorter cooldown than like the actual attack. So it would be like 0.1 seconds for the second swipe, but then to actually start your first swipe again, it was 0.2 seconds. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
Don't like that at all, but...
You don't? Okay.
Yeah, that sounds really weird.
Let me...
So you're basically saying it's every other swipe is faster?
Yeah, because it feels more like less like a do versus like a do.
Yeah, I don't like that. I think it should just be like a basic attack that hits at a specific speed for a small amount of damage.
That's fine. And honestly,
look at my to-do.
This is a card ability?
What is?
What the fuck? This is coded as a card ability?
Yeah.
Oh. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's basically just an ability by itself. And then when you use right trigger without a equipped ability, it'll use that ability instead.
Okay. I don't like that. I really don't like that. But I guess it makes a little bit more context, or a little bit more sense in the context of everything else the abilities do. Let's see.
Oh, I was messing around with some different colored bricks as well before earlier. That was fun.
So, oh my god, I have the fucking Among Us song stuck in my head now because it's Aquatic Ambience playing on my stream. Let's stop posting about Among Us, guy.
I have not seen that one.
You haven't?
Nope.
I'll send this to you. You need to watch it later. It's not like the most funny thing in the world, but like it's very interesting.
Very interesting.
Stop posting about Among Us Aquatic Ambience. It's definitely like not a funny thing, but like it kind of goes
It's
hard.
not funny. Okay.
It's like one of those like it feels in the same tier as like people who like post the Home Depot theme base boosted. Which I don't know, you're laughing at it, which is weird, but you know, pop off.
Nah, that's kind of funny. Hi, Moaz.
Yo, Moaz.
Do you wanna tell him our Moaz joke?
What was straight Moaz be like? I can talk to my parents about anything. That one?
No. Yeah.
Oh, straight Moaz be like, I hate Dota.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Sorry, I keep saying let's see, and then coming back to the code, reading it, and being like, oh, I want to do this, and then I get distracted by something else.
So real. Me when I want to draw anything.
So, I would like to do something else. I will do Funk Equip card.
Yes, you only like Dota because you're gay. That's how that works.
That is why you picked up Grimstroke, so that like makes sense. So card instance gets passed in. Then I guess we'll say if card instance. I think for now I'll just add the basic ability thing, which is our basic ability vaccine. Is it not called basic ability? It is. Thank you, Godot, for telling me that that exists. Let's say current ability is going to be a ability? Base ability, thank you. Okay, Okay, and if there's currently an ability, I guess I just want to queue free it, right?
Yeah.
Is there anything telling me I don't want to queue free it? Is there any world that I don't want to just detach it from the thing?
I think so.
I think that's fine. I think that's fine. I can just do a queue free, and then I can say ability is equal to nothing for now. I will say basic ability dot instantiate. Add child basic ability. A child should be node. You're so right. Right, ability. Okay, and then whenever we do an attack, if current ability, we'll do current ability dot. Is there like an attack function that I added? I don't think so. No, I didn't. Func do attack. Just gonna be void and does nothing for now, but print. I'm attacking.
I am messing around with some designs for the shop decorations. I think that's something we should have at some point soon.
Probably,
and
yeah.
It shouldn't be too hard to implement.
Yeah. Current ability dot. I also want to go over at some point. I don't know. We didn't end up making a list for the actual like features we wanted in the next playtest, did we?
I don't think entirely. I also wanted to go over enemy stuff because I want to maybe work on that, but also I have no clue how to make them in a way that it's not going to make you go insane.
Yeah, true. So here's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So we've done 3 playtests so far, right? We've done the internal-ish playtest, where it was like mainly the people in my Discord and your Discord, and then we did the GodotCon playtest, and then we did the playtest at the start of June.
Yeah.
So that's like 3 playtests in 2 months. I think. So we're not going to do a playtest at the 1 month mark from last playtest. I don't think we're having a playtest in like the first week of July.
Yeah.
I think I would like to aim for some sort of playtest at the start of August, where we have some more of the big features in, like the sticker system. I would like to have functional, maybe not good, but functional. And I would like to have
Thank you
the
for
level
the follow,
generation.
Meowj.
Oh, I see over in my chat. Hello, Meowj. Thank you for chatting. And I'm assuming you followed, but I don't have activity logs on.
We love meowing around here, so.
Yeah, true. But I was thinking for the playtest, we'll have the enemies reworked a little bit to be a little bit more consistent and readable. I would like to have the sticker system in and somewhat functional. I would like to have the new ability system in, which I guess the stickers being in and functional would do that. And I would like to have the first floor completable.
Okay, yeah.
And I think that would be a good spot for us to have another small playtest in the first week of August. And for that, I'm also thinking about it. I don't know if we want to have a playtest that includes everything that we work on. Because then, like, what's the difference between playtest and the full game? But, like, I think we could do that. Like, we could... Also, I think at some point we're going to start moving towards just having
I know
like
one thing
smaller
I know
of
what Watt does for his like playtest stuff is he does put it like on his Patreons, behind his Patreon stuff, which I was thinking if I did want to do something like that at some point, we could have like a public demo that's like the basic stuff, and then on like a Patreon or something we could have access to like the very latest with whatever we're working on as like a bonus. It's just something I thought about a while ago, so.
Yeah, it might be worth considering, but something about that I'm not...
Yeah.
For us, specifically. I think it's fine that other people do it. Something about it, I'm just like, I don't know if that would be... Yeah,
and I would definitely only want to do that if I was like, we were consistently updating it and adding stuff.
Yeah.
Things like
Which
that.
we are.
Yeah.
At least right now. I literally took it to dinner on Friday, and we're at a restaurant.
Yeah, I also would want to include other stuff as well, like maybe some asset packs, things like that.
Yeah, I think yeah, because we can selectively remove certain things from builds. We can make like a branch, swap things out so that it doesn't include everything that's currently in the game. Restaurant code, yeah. I actually took it. So I went to a Korean restaurant near me, and they love me there. It's funny whenever I go in because they're like, "Oh, you're back," because like I go there like once or twice a month. And yeah, I brought my laptop. I sat down and I coded while I ate some Korean fried chicken, and it was absolutely delicious and amazing.
I'm trying to think. What else decorative wise should be in the shop? I have boxes, and that's literally it.
You have boxes?
Yes.
You have flowers? Do you have little flower pots?
Flowers, that's a good idea. I thought I had some, like... Am I missing a layer
lamps.
on here?
Some...
Lamps is a good idea. I could have sworn I had...
You're on a different frame. I don't know if you're supposed to be. You're on, like, a bunch of... Oh my god. Dude, artists really just be doing anything. Holy shit.
Thank you. Where?
Also, yeah, Moaz. One Shot. I love One Shot.
I thought I had...
It's a great game. If you haven't played One Shot, you should play it. It's like $5 on Steam,
Shot.
I think. I do.
I could have sworn I had some other stuff on here. Like I had like some tables. But I guess they're not here. Yeah. It's over
Your equipment.
Let me look.
Okay.
In game. Shop. Where is the shop? Yeah, I have like these little this little table texture thing here.
Do you mean this over here? How the folders are colored? Because you can just right click and then do set folder color, which is very cool. It's actually so many funny what the fuck? Sorry, I combined two thoughts. I combined the first and second part of that thought. It's so funny how many people leave comments on YouTube that are like, how the fuck are you coloring your folders?
So yeah, apparently I'm missing... What's this? There?
Let's see, player equipment. Let's see, player equipment. Is there a reference to the hand in here? There isn't. Oh yeah. I would love to absolutely gut. I would love to gut this fucking file so much.
Which one?
Player.gd.
Yeah.
I would absolutely love to gut this file.
There we go. Here's some of the missing textures. I don't know why they weren't even show up.
Ah, dude, it's doing so much. I cannot wait. I really cannot wait to have the time to dive into that and change that around. Is anything exported?
He hates my code. It's over.
It's not that I hate your code. It's just that like your code isn't very cool.
Yeah, it's not.
You know. Oh, everything's exported. I see, and they're not in like small little things either.
Yep.
Export var hand. So here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to say hand.card activated. Or no, equipment used .connect on equipment used, because I want you to be a function in here. Equipment used void. This is going to be a card instance. I'm fairly certain. And then I can do... I need a reference to the player equipment node. Sorry, I just saw something that I want to check in just a second. That was some nightmare code that just cursed my retinas, potentially.
Uh-oh.
Equipment, which we call player equipment. Yes, okay, cool. What is this? If self equals player and player is queued for deletion, player equals null. Okay, never mind. I know what this does. Yeah. It's whenever we're switching levels or whenever the game restarts, because there's a static variable for player
Mm-hmm.
if we are currently that player, and we're also queued for deletion, because if we're not queued for deletion, that means we're just switching scenes. Okay, makes sense. Sure.
Wait, are you saying my code makes sense? Guys,
Before I
we're
answer that
so
question,
back.
Before I answer that question, let me check the git blame.
True.
Actually, you can't be in here because that won't give me git blame. Where is my VS Code? I don't have VS Code open. I closed it earlier. Hello, DG. How's it going? How you doing?
Hello.
Action Con? What is Action Con? What is this?
Oh,
Oh, this is... Never mind. I had Quinn's code still pulled up. I was like, I don't recognize any of this code. I started panicking. I was like, I haven't seen this code yet? What the hell? Player.gd. New level manager. I wrote this code.
Oh. Darn. It's over.
It's so over. Okay, expected. Yes, okay. So I would like to do a couple of things. The first one is... Oh, wait, no, hold on. Holy shit, Moaz reference in my hierarchy. What the hell? Sorry.
Didn't have to
Sorry,
see what it
Moaz.
was.
Sorry. Can player do this? Sure, dude. Yeah, for sure, man. Pop off. Child. I honestly think I might be able to just emit the whole visual.
Might you?
I think I can. Okay, yeah, let's do this. So I need a new signal inside of the hand class. I'm swapping this around because you're a lunatic that puts extends above class name.
Okay.
Signal equipment used. Is that what I called it? Who knows? Visual, which is a card visual. We're like actually doing programming, dude. What the hell?
Whoa.
Yeah, on equipment used. Yeah, okay. Visual, which will be a card visual. So that we pass this up the tree, then we can say equipment. Do you have a player equipment thing? Equipment visual. Is that what I think it is? Okay, it is.
Probably.
Best viewers, dude.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I'm definitely buying viewers from that website.
Yeah.
That sounds great. Well, first off, we're gonna change this to be not uppercase. I don't like Pascal case variables.
Wow.
What visual dot reparent? No. Visual dot reparent to equipment. Visual. Yes. Then we will grab the equipment card visual dot instance. Yes. Yes. Then inside of hand, a couple of things. Equipment visual needs to be killed. Visual. Oh lord. Okay, now this is used one time. That's so fun. I'm gonna drop it to 2 that this needs to be deleted. Delete after ability fixes. Okay. And then here, rather than doing all of this, we will do equipment used dot emit visual. Card visual, sorry. Yes. And then we'll just return false for now, because that will probably do something cool. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. And then you're gonna be pissed because you don't exist.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
fine,
make
dude.
that.
Now we'll just return true and say fuck you. And drop a to do. Or a tude if you spell it wrong. Remove this after abilities. So I think this might do what I want. We're gonna find out. Something isn't immediately jumping out at me as wrong, so. Okay, well it broke. That's dope. Oh, because I didn't assign variables. Okay, that's fine. That's totally fine. I'm also, at some point I would like to clean up the player scene.
Yeah. There's like 30 nodes in there.
Yeah, which is fine. It just needs to be. Hello. Hello, Brian at JIDC. How's it going, Brian? What's up? What are y'all? Y'all, what are you doing today? What cool game dev things are we doing? Is this gonna work? Let's find out. Please don't break. Okay. Well, it didn't break. I'm attacking.
Break.
That's working. Okay, so what's wrong? Why did something... Where is this card visual? Are you alive? Are you with us? Do I give to the viewers if you watch both streams? I don't know. I think so. I think
so.
you give one viewer on my stream and one viewer on his stream. So yes. Level, it's under player. Yeah. Player. Hand. Does the player need to be in the level, actually?
Wait, what do you mean?
Sorry. No, that's just a question for me. Sorry.
Okay.
I don't think the player needs to be in the level because of how Godot works. I don't think it needs to be a direct child. It could honestly be a child of, like, a level. And we just, like... Yeah. Let's see. So where is... So hand... No. It would be under... Equipment visual. There is card pistol here. Okay. Does this not have... Where the fuck is it? Anyone know? Any knowers in chat know where this guy is?
Nope.
If I switch this to the 2D input mode, will this tell me? It's on the player, apparently. What for? Card pistol. Equipment visual. Oh, wait, no. That is right. Right? Hold on.
Maybe?
What is this equipment visual? Is this what it's called? I just moved something a lot. Reset position. Cool. Sorry, I see there's messages over in chat, and I promise I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here before I forget about it existing. I see. You... Ah, shit, that's gonna piss me off. That's a little annoying, but I think it's fine. Okay. We just won't reparent inside of the player. We will reparent inside of hand, which I think is fine. Yeah. Let me make this work, and then I can answer anything in chat. Sorry. Oh, I got the wrong input mode. Okay, there's the 2 cards. Does this go into the correct thing? Okay, it doesn't. It's fine. Visual is currently freed. Or no, equipment is freed. What? Previously freed? Where the fuck did you get freed? Oh, Lord. Interesting. Okay, let me read chat now, actually. Hi, you're closing some browser tabs today. Dope. How did I learn programming? I held off on it for a long time, and I'm kind of sad that I did, because I think you can learn it by yourself, but I waited until I was in college to learn programming. I knew that I wanted to do it, I just thought it was a lot harder to learn programming than it actually was. So I was like scared of failing. But I ended up learning the basics at college, and then I immediately like went off and started doing things on my own. That's kind of how I'd recommend it. Just like make projects. How long have we been, JW, how long did you say you've been working on this again?
About
I know
a
I asked you
year.
this about a year. Okay. He says he's been working on it for about a year. I don't know if you heard that.
Yeah.
But I joined the project back in like mid-April. Where I didn't officially join the project in April. I was just helping with GodotCon stuff. Because there was a showcase at GodotCon. And then once that demo was over, I had a good enough time working on it that I wanted to be the programmer for it. So now I'm the main programmer on it. So about 2 months for me. A little over a year for him. Who is Sam Altman? I've heard that before, I think. Sam Altman. Oh, CEO of OpenAI. I don't really like AI, but I'm going to appreciate that as a compliment because it probably is. Let's see. Oh, I see also an over YouTube chat watching cute Pokemon Man. Definitely the Pokemon is cute, yeah. I'm just a man though, so. No, yeah, I appreciate the positive comment. Yeah, no. I'm sure it is because it said he was a CEO. I'm sure that he knows how to talk in public, so yeah. I do appreciate it.
We love CEOs around here, right?
Well,
yeah, of course we do.
What is this doing? I'm like losing my mind. What is this doing? Deck card used emit instance.
Let me see if this works. I think that's the pattern we want, right? Tile maps are always something, that's for sure.
What is? Oh, tile maps. Yeah.
I'm making a large box tile that I can use for like wall backgrounds, things like that. See if I like it. It's like, it's not, I wouldn't really call it a side project at this point, but so no, it's not really a side project. It's pretty much I just quit my job, not because this is making me any money, because I didn't like my job, but now I'm pretty much just working on this.
Yeah. Okay, I can kill this. I think this can be killed.
So like maybe it'll make
for me it is kind of a
point.
side project. Yeah, for me it's a side project, but like one that I'm dedicated to, I guess. Because I do have like an actual job, so it's very much like a hobby thing for me. But eventually this game will be released on Steam.
Yep.
And it is on Steam. I didn't add the Nightbot command to do ! Game.
I did. I don't know if it'll work in both chats.
It doesn't. But... Oh, sorry. It's not even Nightbot for me. I'm logging into MooBot right now. I'm adding that custom command.
Yeah, no, I think it only works on my side. Yeah, there you go.
Join Discord! Game. It's going to be a new command that I'm going to create really quickly. ! Game. There already exists a command with that. Are you like... Okay, sure, dude. I am currently the main programmer for Dante's 9 with @Tempera. I can't control backspace here. Tempera Cat Games. Is your name capitalized? It is. Yeah, I see it in the background.
Yeah.
You can check it out and wishlist Steam at, and then look up Dante 9.
For anybody that doesn't know, there's this cool website called WebTiler that will let you insert a pattern like this tile set here, which is only like 10 tiles. And then if I find this tile set wherever I put it, somewhere in my files, I'll get there eventually. Tile maps, there you are.
Right, that works. Dope.
Now if I put this tile set in here, it'll generate, if I pick the right pattern, it'll generate the tile set for me.
Oh yeah, that's a very cool tool. I have you on stream, by the way, so you can see it.
Actually, I think I messed something up with that. As you can
should.
see, it gives you a little preview here. And you can tell that something's not right.
Yeah, something's a little off, but yeah, if you want to paste that into our shared chat for people, that seems like a really cool tool for people.
It is very useful. There you go.
Yeah, sorry, curious to know how readable this is. It's a custom syntax, myvar :u32 in 0 to 10. I don't know what that's supposed to be. I'm assuming that's supposed to be a random number between 0 and 10 that's stored in a U32. Or maybe it's a loop syntax. Like maybe you do for myvar U32 in 0 to 10 and it iterates over them. So I will say the 0.10 thing that you've got pulled up here, or that you've got like in that, reads to me like I believe Rust does that. It reads to me like you're making an array of numbers between 0 and 10. And because there's no equal sign, it's exclusive for 10. So it'd be 0 to 9. The second one reads kind of like a conditional because you're doing like less than 10. So it kind of feels like you would be declaring a variable, but that it doesn't really, I don't know, something about the syntax isn't working with my brain personally. There's also, I mean, there are programming languages that have syntax that I don't like as well, like Python. So like that one's just like a personal thing. Could be just like me.
I don't know what is wrong with this, to be honest, actually.
Is it off center? Or is it like...
works. Yeah, something about it was off. But I don't know what, that's the problem. So we're just gonna export this and see if it works.
Okay, well this doesn't crash, and it is using the ability now, which is dope. And if I middle click it...
Oop, I did not export the
That's
selection.
Totally fine. I'm okay with that.
Being an artist is so hard, man. Like,
dude, I need you to blow up.
Nope, that broke it even more.
Okay, actually, I'm gonna put you on stream. I'm gonna go do something really quick. I need to use the bathroom and get something to snack on. Because I did not eat today yet. So I will be right back in like 2 minutes. You can have his stream.
Yay. I'm trying to get the auto tile to work. And it's not working, so you get to watch me struggle. So maybe, just maybe this pattern will work. Let's see. Nope, something's still off. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. Let's see. Wood level? No, it's just for the shop. It's like a background tile set. I used to stream, be the only one that streamed, and then he started joining the streams. And I may start doing just like art streams by myself sometimes. Like earlier in the day. Now that I'm unemployed. But I have yet to decide if I want to do that yet. But usually we stream together at this point, yeah. Honestly not sure what's wrong with this. I think think that might actually be right now. Working in games in terms of like job, I worked at a coffee shop. So, no. If that's what you're talking about. I have very little experience in game dev. Relatively. Why is that still off? Is it rotating it? Is that why? Let me open this. That does not help at all, but... I think it might actually be an issue with the middle tiles here, now that I'm thinking about it. Let's try that. Maybe.
Oh, I forgot to unmute on Discord. Hello.
That's awkward. Hello.
Yeah, I just got back.
I'm still trying to figure out why my auto tile isn't working.
Fair enough.
So I'm just moving things around until it'll possibly work.
Thank you. Let's see, did anything happen in chat? Oh yeah, just mostly co-op stream. Oh yeah. Shit, dude, there's a paragraph. Hello. Let's see.
Holy
Syntax for refinement types. If you make a function, it means you need to compare it to that, and you're only allowed to use that in the true branch. Otherwise, So it's kind of like including a guard clause inside of the parameter definition for a function. It's interesting, but I think that the syntax is a little bit too, like, it might be a little too non-standard to be a thing. Like, it feels like it would take a little bit too much brain power to register what that's trying to say. Versus if you open up a function and it says, like, if x is less than 15, return or something. It's very explicit.
I think we're almost there. I think it was an issue with the base texture, not the corner texture.
So what are you doing exactly? You're making a tile map for the shop,
yeah.
I'm assuming?
Yeah. Or it's like, it's for like the background of the shop, or I guess we could use it for like the floors and walls too if we wanted to.
Yeah.
Did I export it properly?
Let's see. Oh god, dude, there's so much code in here that needs to be just killed.
True.
What if I just like, I'm gonna return out of this
that
for a
didn't
second.
work either.
And then inside of the player's equipment, I think you can handle. Oh lord.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's fine. I'm just trying to think of how all of this is gonna fit together. Because I don't want to end up in signal hell, which is where I feel like I'm heading right now. I don't want to run into coupling hell either, which I feel like is the other option that would mainly work here. Because we have a clip card.
Nope, we broke it again.
I think.
What is this?
Let's see. Because whenever you unequip the card... Okay, let's write unequip card real quick. So, for example, we'll do if input.is function just pressed unequip card. And we'll call it the unequip card function. And then let's say, I think that'll be fine. I can just do that here. Excuse me. Unequip card is a function that all we will do is we will say current. Excuse me. If current ability dot queue free, or actually, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna say if not current ability, because we know how to write guard clauses around here. We're just gonna return out so that I don't have to keep checking that. So we'll do a queue
You know
free.
what? I think this actually works well enough. What I can do is I can literally just manually edit this to work. I don't need, doesn't need to be perfect. I think it's just an issue with the like algorithm it uses for it, because I think one side of the tile is like slightly shifted in a way that I don't need to like explain it perfectly, but it's shifted in a way that it just doesn't work with the way it builds it automatically. That's okay.
Queue freeze, and I need to tell the old card, hey dickhead, unequip, right? So I just need to I'll do a little bit of signal hell. I'm a little sorry for this, but I think that this is, I want to do this for a prototyping thing, and if this works, great. If it doesn't, that sucks. Card unequipped. Dot connect on card. Or I guess it would be an on equipment removed or something like that. Equipment moved. Do you need to emit anything? I hope that what I just typed is right. I have my eyes closed thinking. Oh, I need to swap out the cards too. Fuck. Yeah. So, oh, this is gonna get in signal hell really fast, actually. I don't know if I like this approach. The more that I'm thinking about it. 'Cause I'm like...
Almost there.
Okay. So I don't... Sorry for everyone.
It's okay.
I'm working through every... I'm Doctor Stranging this fucking future of the code right now. Because my thoughts were, whenever you use the card from your hand, it emits a signal and passes up the card visual, which you can then grab the instance off of. It gets reparented to the card equipment slot. It gets used. Then whenever you unequip, we can emit a signal from the equipment, which will tell the player to tell the deck to unequip the card. All the deck unequipped, or the hand unequipped does is it moves the visual back to the center. However, we're going to run into an issue whenever we want to equip a new card while there's already a card equipped, because we will need to unequip that card. Or no, not first. We need to unequip that card at some point. I don't know when. I guess rather than this might be a little bit too separated for my liking. I might want to move some things around. Okay, let me read chat for just a second. Video and composition was a game changer. You went to a game dev program in college. They only taught you inheritance. It was super helpful. Yeah, no, I feel that too. I think inheritance is still useful. I think it's still super useful in the right circumstance, as long as it's not everything that you use. But yeah, no, my college also did not teach us anything composition, which is a little surprising, knowing how good my college program was compared to everyone else's that I've talked to about computer science. But I think it's fine. I think they gave us the tools that you could use to learn composition on your own, which is fine. In math, it's usually written like this. X is the set. I believe that's set, right? X is the set of all integers, question mark? Or X is less than 16, or both? I don't know. Similar to, it's a number and it's also less than 16. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. It's an interesting thing, honestly. It's a cool idea for something like a functional programming language. Which I don't, is Ada functional? I think Scala is. I'm fairly certain Scala is, and so is Pascal and Haskell, I believe, are all functional programming languages, which are really, really cool. But yeah, it's a cool idea. I just don't know how well it would work in like a, I don't want to say an actual programming language, but like a non-functional language, like a procedural or object-oriented programming language. Peak VTuber is a Pokemon, so true. I love this little guy. He's very
emphasis on little.
Yeah, true. Oh, I wish I could like recognize the sounds I'm making with my voice, so I could have like a custom one for whenever I go like ah, wah, 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 and it would like do like a different thing, you know?
Somehow.
That'd be kind of cool. Okay. So let's. Oh Lord, because I need to make sure that the visual of the card is synced up with the instance of the card, so that we aren't equipping a card to our player that is different than the card that is being equipped to the HUD.
Yeah.
So I think what I would like to do. Oh God. Oh no. Oh, fuck. I got my answer, and it's probably like the most amount of work. No, I just divined it into my brain.
Uh-oh.
No, dude.
What is the answer?
Fuck. Huh?
What is the answer?
So the answer is that you... Oh God. Hold on, let me work through it real quick. They were right, dude. I am autistic. I'm over here covering my eyes thinking about code, so I don't get, so I numb as many senses as I possibly can while I think about this.
Insane.
Okay, hold on. There's an issue I ran into. Okay, so the deck is no longer responsible, or the hand is no longer responsible for activating cards at all. The hand is entirely for visuals and doesn't do anything else. There's going to be an underlying data structure, which is probably just the deck, which will be responsible for actually activating abilities, which the player will catch the signal for and will equip the card to their hand. Whenever a card gets equipped, the visual will have a signal that says that it has just been equipped, which will be emitted and caught by the hand, and the hand will update accordingly by placing the visual in the equipment slot, which is not going to be on the player, but is instead going to be in the hand UI. And whenever the card gets unequipped, it will have a signal on the visual that says unequipped, and that will cause it to swap around. I think there actually might be an issue with that. Hold on. The issue is that currently the card picker... Oh, shit. No, I think that's fine.
Okay,
I can make
I'll
changes
pretend to
the deck.
understand all of that.
Yeah, okay. Sorry. Oh, dude, that's so annoying. That's so much work. Fuck. That's actually gonna be so much restructuring. My eyes are blurry. Hold on, I can't see anything. I actually can't see anything right now. Everything is so blurry.
It's over.
Dude, they were right. I am autistic as fuck. No, it's fine. It's like my eyes. I can see the chat now, kind of. It's like when you rub your eyes too hard and everything's all like blurry for like a few seconds. Okay. Really need to finish your Godot game. Really been planning to work on it. Left in the dust due to lack of motivation. Retweet. I do that too. Slowly at least finishing your way into a very old SDL2 project. SDL2 is C++ direct media layer, right? Something. SDL is simple direct media layer, I think. SDL2. Yeah. I guess there's different versions, right? It's not just specifically in C++. But yeah. People sad Monka S. Why are those not showing up for me? Can I make my... Twitch chat use better TTV on Stream Elements? I guess not. Okay, that's fine. So I guess we'll start with deck. Taking a look at this, because you do a bunch of shit. Why are there labels? What are these? Oh, these are debug draws. Okay, yeah.
Okay, cleaning this up was a lot harder than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
There's some weird
Sounds
stuff
about right.
going on here.
So... Draw card instance, draw to pop back, shuffle, draw, rotate forward, doesn't get used anymore, rotate back, doesn't get used anymore, redeal, add card, labels, hand card added. Fuck, this is so much code that's gonna have to be changed. Where do we start? I guess the hand actually does need to be responsible at least a little bit for telling us which card has just been used, but other than that, actually, it might not be that much code.
Okay, yay.
Let me think for a second. Deck.gd. No, not deck.gd. So in the equipment, we catch the signal for the card being activated. That's fine. Then... okay. I think I've got it. So I'm no longer emitting the signal directly from the hand. I'm going to tell the deck that the card is being used, and that will be caught by anyone that needs it. Okay, we're good.
Sure.
That's fine. So the visual is fine. So instead of equipment used, we can do a deck.equipment used. Or would it be card used? We'll start with equipment used. And I'll ask the to-do note of potentially use this for non-equipment cards as well. So when this card gets used, we're going to emit the instance, not the visual, because the visual is entirely contained within hand. Visual should not be outside of hand. Outside of hand. Then card visual repair into equipment slot, that's fine. Target position, that's fine. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say card visual dot connect, or sorry, not dot connect, sorry, dot you need a new signal. You don't have a signal, do you? You don't have any signals. Really? Damn, okay. Signal, which will be unequipped. which will pass in card visual. I will then connect to this signal unequipped dot connect. We will connect it to on card unequipped, and we are going to connect it with one shot.
One shot?
So that it only does it one time. Yeah, one shot reference. Funk on card.
So painful.
Unequipped.
How did I draw this so badly?
Passing the visual card visual. Sorry, what?
It's just I drew this in the worst way possible. Now I have to check it all up.
Artist motherfuckers be like, wah, I have to draw art.
I do.
Okay. So now that this has been unequipped, what I can do is I can do if visual dot instance dot charges. Yes, if there are still charges on this, then we will move this back to our hand, and we do that via what exactly? Current equipment dot reparent. Yeah. Visual dot reparent hand. Yes. Yeah. Makes sense. And then you actually need to have a function set of you. Also, sorry, I see your question in chat. I'm not able to answer it right this second because I have a thing that I'm doing, but I will answer your question. I promise. So this is get stupid parent. This is a stupid function. That's fine. Funk unequip. Right. Yes, unequip. Which will be, hold on. It needs to be tied to the sticker instance, or not sticker, sorry, the card instance, question mark? I think so. So this would be a signal connected from the card to the visual. The visual then bubbles this up and says card, or unequipped. Dot emit self. Then up here in ready, we will grab the card instance, and we'll do instance dot unequipped dot connect to the unequipped function. Unequipped is not currently a signal. That's fine. I'm going to add it. Unequipped, which doesn't actually pass in anything, so I guess I don't need the parentheses. And then we will add a function in here called unequipped. So this ends up being a bubble up of a lot of things, but that's fine. Unequipped dot emit. So what this does is inside of player equipment, whenever we go to unequip, which is this thing, instead of doing whatever the fuck this is, I guess we'll keep doing this. We have a card. Did I equip the card in here? I didn't. Current card is a card instance. This should always be populated. If it's not, then that's an issue. So current card dot unequip. Yes. Which will emit the signal. If there's nothing listening for it, that's fine. If there is something listening for it, the visual will go crazy, which will be caught by the deck, which will in turn unequip the card. And currently we're not actually putting this back in the hand. So I guess... do I have an add card method on the deck? I do. I don't want to use that. Deck.unequip card. And we'll pass in current card. Because I would rather that be inside of there. Which means you now need... where's add card? I want to put you next to that. Unequip card. Card instance. I also want to fix this because this is using a string and I don't like that. So unequipped card will just add it to. Yeah. Because otherwise we can do discard card, which would not actually. It would do a different function. It would do a different signal, which would disappear the visual rather than reparenting it. Okay, word, got it. We're so goated. Sorry, you want to absolutely insane. I am locked in as fuck right now. So we're pushing this back to this. We don't emit this because we don't want it to regrab that, and then we can do card dot unequip, which will end up signaling that. Does this just work? Something telling me that something's not going to work. Yeah, okay, word. Equipment is not, visual is not declared in the current. Yeah, because you don't actually matter anymore. Yeah, you're fine. You can be killed. You're fine, dog. Don't worry about it. Okay, sure. Invalid access to property equipment used on the hand. Yeah, because I wanted you to be through the deck, not the hand, right? Yeah, and you'll no longer be passing up the card visual. You'll be passing up the instance, or I guess we'll just do card.
Okay, let's see if
now
this
be
works.
card instance, and you will now be deck dot equipment used, which is actually not something I've defined in deck yet, and I need to because I am using this in 2 places now, right? Yes. Take me to the definition. Thank you.
That took way too long, but maybe the tile map will work now.
So,
I have a feeling
card
it's
used
not
is a
going
thing.
to.
What? Where the fuck are you used? Oh, tutorial events. Oh, wait. No. Equipment used.
No, it doesn't.
Sorry, I started detouring in my mind, and then I had to pull myself back. So now we're using equipment used. Let me make sure this is being used correctly. This is emitting the instance of the card, connecting it on equipment used. Okay, sure. Okay, it didn't crash. I can still attack. No errors. Add a card. Sword. I am fully expecting this to crash whenever I equip the sword. It didn't. Hold on. Sword. I'm left clicking. I'm attacking. If I middle click. Okay. That's so fine as fuck, man. I'm so okay with that. Where are we? Unequipped card cannot do that with nil. Current card is null because I never assigned it. Wait! That's like not where I thought it would crash. That's actually kind of sick. Dude, whenever I get happy because my code is crashing, because it's not crashing where I was worried it would, it's crashing completely somewhere else that's not an issue.
Well,
wait.
My tiles map still doesn't work.
Wait, does it work? Wait, it might work. Oh shit, I accidentally... Oh. It's not. There's something wrong with it. I can't select that anymore. Why? You should be reparented to the correct spot. Where did you go? Why can't you be connected? Why can't you be equipped? I know. I know what's up. The radial card picker doesn't know about it anymore. Because you aren't there. Let me... or I'll just do if input.is action just pressed
Card
debug
pickle.
Teleports. Huh?
It said card pickle.
Why are you card pickling?
Card pickle. You said card pickle.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Sorry.
So if I hit Z, does this... Okay, prints nothing because I think that's unbound. Okay, I can talk to chat again, I think. I think I've got this at a spot where I'm now bug fixing. Okay. Do I ever do game jams? Do you mean hosting one or making a game during a game jam? The answer to the second one is yes, many times. And I'm probably going to take part in, I believe, the GMTK and Pirate Software game jams coming up. Hosting game jams, currently not. There was some plans for it a little while back. I don't know if that's happening. But I would like to host a game jam at some point. Ryan said preconditions are an imperative language concept similar to checking for null on a pointer. C# added the question mark. Oh yeah, null coalescing. Yeah. Notice a lot of bugs would not happen if you had a range and using an integer with a different range. If it was a type error, a lot of things would be caught early instead of being silent bugs. It's only useful if you specify the range often. You can imagine the type system does a kind of vibe check for you. Yeah, it's really cool. Dependent types are a superset of refinements. They let you put any condition or Boolean function in the type. Some IDEs have a feature where they can list all lines where a variable is used, called references sometimes. Program slice and a dependent type could only be... I feel like Rust has that. Or a lot of those features. It's not imperative, obviously, as a language, but I think a few of those features it definitely has. TypeScript also has union type, not union types. It has you said dependent types are a superset of refinements. They let you put unique condition or Boolean. Yeah, okay, never mind. So yeah, that's interesting. That sounds very, very complex. Tagged unions? No. TypeScript has not that this is going to be valid TypeScript. It's been a minute since I've written it, but you can have something like my function where you can do I don't know if it's a discriminant. You can do something like this where you can say like this is a number or a string. So that this, when passed in, is like either of these types is valid. I'm not super happy with that idea. I would rather just have like two different functions that pass in a string or a number. Generics, it's a little bit different than a generic though. Actually, is it different than a generic? What is a generic? Sorry, hold on. Let me double check. I know what I'm talking about for generics. I was thinking templates, which is definitely a different thing. Generics. Instead of using a type variable, special kind of variable that works on types rather than values. That sounds like a template to me. Is that not the same thing as a template? I guess it probably isn't. Templates are cool as well. Templates are dope. Typically called a union type. Is that called a... Well, I don't know if it's that might be called a union type in JavaScript, but usually a union type is if you have like struct A with fields like name, string. Ignore my syntax is going to be all over the place, pulling from like 8 different languages. But a union type would be like struct C union A and B or some shit, which means that it would essentially evaluate to having both the name and the age. That might be called unions in JavaScript though, is what you're talking about, yeah. Programming concepts are so fucking cool to me. I should work in some more complex programming languages at some point. Again, I haven't done anything super complex since like Super Mario 64.
I love Super Mario 64.
I do. Oh shit! I was thinking about something today while I was in the shower, which is like never a good sign. It would be so cool if we had a custom on-screen logging thing, so that we don't have to tab out.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
And check that the console. I know that there's probably plugins for that. I'd rather just write my own, just because I kind of hate plugins a little bit.
I still don't
This guy hates
know
plugins.
what's wrong with this stupid texture.
TypeScript has a weird nomenclature for sure. For sure. Visual of sword is the only visual that we know of. If I hit Z, now it's empty again. We've equipped sword if I hit middle click. It is empty. Okay, yes. So, sorry. Unions are unsafe without a discriminant, and C it's usually explicit. Yeah, and dependent on the scope, context, or color. Yeah. C is also really fun because there's so many language features that don't exist. Like, Booleans aren't a thing in C, which is really funny.
Hmm?
Yeah, so C doesn't have a Boolean type. what you do is you define like a 8-bit integer, and then that's your boolean. If it's 0, it's false. If it's anything else, it's true.
Cool.
Yeah. I don't know if modern C has booleans, but I'm fairly certain that C doesn't have booleans. I know at least the C that we wrote SM64 stuff in did not have booleans at all. So I need to do something. Where am I adding? Add card visual. Card draw handler. Add card. On card added. This would create a new thing though. Where are we? Where am I reparenting this at? Anyone know? Anyone know this code and what it does exactly? This code that no one else has ever read?
I probably have.
You definitely.
Oh, did you write this? Is this something that you wrote?
Yeah, this is something I wrote.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine.
Does anybody know how this auto tile works? I've been stuck on this for like an hour.
Card.
It's gonna drive me insane.
Visuals.append. Is this? Oh my god, where is this called? Is there anyone else? So add cards, not what we want. Add card might be what we want. Those are the only two places. Okay. Well, then let's find out where this is. Because we have... I thought that hand was doing something, but I guess not. Are we connecting to anything from hand? Do we have a reference to hand in here? We don't. Hand card added. Card instance. See, the only problem is... Card visual. I need to remember how this works. I wrote this like a month ago on a plane.
That he did do.
Sorry, not card visual. I'm radial card goal. So, this guy has a thing where we emit something. Card selected emit closest card. This is used inside of hand. I know that. You're connected to on card selected. So if there's no visual, we return. Otherwise, we do use card visual. What this does is it does what we were doing before, but it's reparented over to the thing. That's fine. Activate timer start. That's great. Then if we want to unequip it, or wait, hold on. Unequip card. Yeah, you. So what this would do you do anything about visuals? Deck, hand, append. Radial menu, add card. Okay, I am just doing add card right here. I'm manually doing that, which feels kind of gross, but it's fine because I think I can just do this. Visual. Yeah, I think that's fine. What's your idea? What are you doing?
I think the problem is because the spacing between the lines is 2 pixels. So it's making it so that way one set of lines is 3 pixels, which with it being 16 size tiles, I think it's just physically impossible to have that pattern work. So I'm trying changing the spacing.
Wait, hold on. It might be happening.
It might be happening.
Okay, that's totally fine. That's totally fine that you did that. It kind of pissed me off a little bit that you did that, but it's totally fine. If I can't unequip the card, I can't unequip the card.
There we go. That did work, actually. Look at that.
So totally fine that that's happening, though. I'm okay with that. Because then we're like maybe 2 steps away from getting this to work. Hopefully.
So all that effort, and it was literally just because the pixel size, so it's kind of funky.
Yippee. Let's see. Sorry, I see there's a bunch of shit going off in chat as well. I promise I'm not ignoring you. I don't know why I feel like I have to keep saying that as if people haven't been here watching me. Yeah, he's ignoring chat.
I don't like chat.
Let's see. Did you experience TypeScript in Godot? No. I would, if TypeScript was the language of the engine, I would not be using Godot, or I would be using C#. TypeScript is much better than base JavaScript, and I would never, anytime I have to write JavaScript, it's TypeScript, but I would prefer not to use any JavaScript. Oh yeah, you're also a JS stuff. Yeah, no, TypeScript is like literally a lifesaver. We don't have any projects at my work that use vanilla JS. Actually, we have one, and it's kind of terrible to be on. Terrible to write the code in JavaScript for, because I also kind of hate JavaScript. But like, TypeScript makes it at least somewhat enjoyable. Let's see. CS_bull since 99. Really? Okay. I usually use unsigned car in the compiler and people don't use it. We used we used S8, I think, right, for assigned 8-bit integer. Let me pull up some of my SM64 code and we can find out. There's no booleans in assembly. Yeah, you have to do specify which bits of the flags register you want to use. Really? Oh yeah, compared to yeah, okay. I was gonna say, because usually whenever I think about assembly with if statements, it's branch not equal to 0 or branch not 0, I think it is. I don't actually know super much about assembly. Here's my thing. Oh, I have to update VS Code. Yeah, I didn't know. I don't know what the flags register means. I'll be honest with you, but that sounds kind of interesting. Let's see. So, if this, where's my ants food? No, HV ant food. I'm gonna translate that and find out what that means. I would prefer if you please keep chat in English, because that's the only language I can read. Sorry, I don't understand. I need to learn English. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough. Let's see. So this uses HV draggable. Switch that. God, some of this code is gross. Yes, this is just an S16. Yeah, we do equals, I guess. I guess I could do, what would it be? I guess I can just do like a dot star equals space dot star equals equals. I think would do something cool. Perhaps. I guess I'll do it the start of the line dot star and then like S8 or something. No? Okay, cool. Fuck me, I guess. Is it a U8 that we usually use? I have no idea. My regex skills are not great. Oh yeah, I guess here we have. Yeah, I wrote this 2 years ago. Yeah, is Mario I signed to a U8, which is kind of cool. Just curious, how do you integrate the dynamic UI on screen with the moving gameplay? So I don't know how much familiar you are with Godot. I'm going to assume like the absolute bare minimum. So one of the node types that you can use is called a canvas layer. And essentially what this does is it makes it so any of the UI elements under it. So if I were to take a look at this, so all of these UI elements under this canvas layer are essentially treated as their own, like they don't move following the camera. Or I guess they're kind of like stuck to the camera. They don't move basically. So this like screen area is kind of how everything will be stamped onto the camera during gameplay. And then we can just have it kind of react to certain things if we need it to. This needs to be fixed, but yeah. Why does this have 9 bullets? Does this like add onto this? Oh shit. Equip card in base previously freed on a null instance. What are you talking about? Equipment is null? In what world is equipment null? What are you talking about? Why was equipment null? Sorry, what? In what world is equipment being nulled? This should, yeah, so this works. The only problem is, so I can unequip and re-equip cards as I need to. And that works. If I equip 2 cards, however, they stack on top of each other. That's so fucking funny. I thought I was adding the 2 cards together. I thought I was adding the charge count for each of the card. It's that the 3 out of 3, when put on top of the 5 out of 5, makes it look like 9 out of 9.
Oh, that's funny.
That's so fucking funny. Trying to learn Godot this summer now that I finally have free time. It's kind of hard to find a project that's like relatively possible with your current skill set. I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to tap the sign. You're making me tap the sign. 20 games challenge. So this thing, by the way, that's not like a, oh, you're pissing me off like kind of thing, but just like, this is the 20 games challenge. This is my recommendation for whatever level of beginner you are. Because it goes all the way from a quote-unquote simple game of Pong or Flappy Bird all the way up to Minecraft or Portal. So there's a very nice sliding scale here. So you find whatever level you feel like you are currently at. If it's your first game, make Pong or make Flappy Bird. These are designed games with very clear, like, you know what Pong is, you've seen it. So you can just do that. And then once you get this to a point that you feel happy with, you will move on to the next game, which is either Breakout or Joyride, and you continue on until you are happy with your skill set to make the game that you want to make. One thing that's really nice about this is that you will learn specific parts of the engine. So you're not learning the entire engine at once. You're learning, how do I make something collide and move across the screen? How do I make something react to being collided with? How do I do this? Which is like, how do I do multiple levels or like enemy AI? You know, so it's each one introduces something new. That's what I would recommend, is start one of these, figure out what you get stuck on, look up specific answers for the things that you're stuck on, and then keep trucking until you get fully stuck, and then you send a message in a Discord and you go, hey guys, I'm fucked. I don't know what I'm doing. It is not an actual tutorial, no. It is like it's a challenge just to like be like, can you do this? Yeah, it's very much like a roadmap. Set GE will then, oh, sorry. Flags has like 9 bits that actually matter, but usually just 2 or 3 are sufficient, like ZF, CF, OF, 0 carry overflow word. If you write set GI BL, and if you have greater equal, it's because you did not overflow and it's not 0. Set GE will then set BL at register to 1, but it ignores the upper bits. You need to, okay. I don't know exactly what that means. I won't lie to you. I would love to do more assembly at some point though, like for oh my god, what was I gonna I want to learn MIPS assembly for SM64 stuff, which would be really cool, or just general in the 64 stuff. Yeah, no problem for the plug. Well, I know there's like my Discord that you could join, but like honestly any Godot Discord works as well.
Yeah,
also
like, his is kind of scary, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. The Pirate Software Discord has a Godot channel. There's some nice people in there. There are 2 big Godot Discords. There's like Godot Cafe, which is like the unofficial, and then the actual Godot Engine official one. I find that those are a little harder to get help in because there's so many people asking for help. So yeah. Might not want to join the Biddy server. Oh, why not? What's wrong with Biddy server? Don't answer that.
Don't answer that.
Don't answer that. What's wrong with the Biddy server? Nothing's wrong with the Biddy server.
Yeah,
just
nothing.
Don't say anything else about it. God, I wish I had root beer. Right now I'm drinking strawberry lemon soda, which is good. I just would rather have root beer. You're in the server already? Oh yeah. No, I think I recognize your name. You like used to watch my stream whenever I did the fucking the roguelike game, right? I think. The byte stuffing incident. Oh, that didn't happen. Byte stuffing is just a computer science term where you put data into 1 byte, but you like assign individual bits to hold more data.
Biddy, do you like my ability visual for the SNG?
Yeah, I think that looks good. Looks okay. It's kind of bad.
Yeah, it's kind of bad.
I'm just kidding. It looks good. It looks good, yeah.
Pretty bad. It's really bad. I'm sorry. It's really
Yeah,
bad.
no. Yeah, I mean, that's per the usual for the art of the game. It looks good. Okay, sorry. There was something I was doing. So the issue right now is whenever you equip a card over the current card, it doesn't actually unequip it. That's fine. I can fix that. So inside of hand, whenever we equip a new card, before we equip this new card, I think, well, couldn't tune into streams because you were busy with school. Guess what? I haven't really streamed since like November. So welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, no. Wait, no. Did you comment on one of my YouTube videos? Or not my YouTube videos, one of the streams? Something about your name seems familiar. Ooh, pixels. No. I don't know. It's very cool whenever people comment on like the stream what am I trying to say? The stream VOD. I think it's really cool. Yeah. Because it's like, damn, bro, this guy enjoys my channel enough to like watch the VODs for my streams. What do you mean?
And I can't tell which.
And you know what? I'm talking to you right now. I'm talking to you right now, the person watching this VOD. I'm talking about you. No one's gonna see that.
Which one of these looks better?
Oh, let me put you on screen.
Better? I can't decide.
Cat live reaction.
The only difference is the handle.
Oh, the left one or the right one. Sorry, the right one.
The right one. Okay.
Yeah, the right one. So the way that it's leaning forward is fine. However, it doesn't match an Uzi. I don't think so.
Well, I mean, here that's like a little bit of a bump there.
Yeah, it's a little bit, but it's not nearly enough for it to be slanted that way. I don't think, at least.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, with how small the pixels are, I think it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chat, there's the Uzi that he's working on. Is it gonna be a fully auto?
Yeah.
Kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not gonna be like the Meow 36 versus 3 burst. It's gonna be more like an actual Uzi.
Yeah.
Oh, is it gonna be one of those ones where it does like not a lot of damage, but it goes like?
Yes.
Okay.
It's
okay,
like
gotcha. That would be really cool.
I forget what it's called in Gungeon. There's one in Gungeon.
Yeah, the Uzi.
That might just be called Uzi. I don't remember.
I think it's just called the Uzi. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, quite convenient timing. Yeah. Also, hello Johnny. How's it going? I appreciate the message. I will not yaw back at you though.
You just did.
I don't want that to become like a soundbite being used in the server. Yeah, but I didn't like do the, I didn't make like the full sound,
Okay, fine.
We're using a form of source control to import the R assets. You want to learn how to get? So we're just doing Git. Hard-earned mobile data. Yeah, no, you shouldn't. Go to the internet store. Yeah, so we just have, he has an ASprite file. He's storing locally. I don't work on the art, so I don't need the ASprite file here. If you're collaborating or if you're going to be working on the art outside of your main computer, I would recommend putting the ASprite file in the project and then also exporting the PNGs so that you can use them in Godot. There's technically a plugin that lets you use ASprite files as images. I personally don't like using it. I'd rather just have the project file for ASprite and then also the exported like rendered images. So yeah, we just have these like pushed up to GitHub. Let me. It's bad if your code size for doing bit masking and setting is higher than the amount of bytes you save because you pack booleans in your byte. Only do it for arrays of bytes, not if it's for game context. Kinda, yeah. If you're doing like a bunch of data getting packed into like a huge amount, like for sending something to a GPU or whatever, like for a compute shader, you'd usually use byte stuffing. Or if you want to send it over the network, or if you want to put it into a save file, sometimes that works. Like if you're making a Minecraft clone, one of the best ways to save data is byte stuffing the coordinates of blocks into a 4-byte value rather than having 2 4 bytes or something, I think. Okay, let me... The unequipped card doesn't do anything right now, but it should. Deck.hand.erase instance. You are being called at the wrong time. Actually, you shouldn't be getting called at all. Why are you hearing the word bite stuffing? Because it came up in conversation. Like an actual, like, over on Twitch, someone in chat who's like actually talking about it. Because it's a computer science term. And not just probably the worst thing that's ever happened to the Discord server. I have unequipped card in here. I totally do. Unequipped card. Void. Card instance. You will be in here. Okay, so this actually leads to a small issue, which is there is no... The people who know where the equipped card is not very clear. So I think I also want to maintain a reference to it on the deck. So, like...
What about me not existing? It's not very nice.
What? I wish JW didn't exist when he said that, didn't you? I mean, okay, so there's a couple of things. I'm gonna address your full comment as if this is like a real thing. So if JW didn't exist, yes, bite stuffing would not have happened, which I think would have not set off the chain of events that
yeah, but then the server
led
would be
to
like
the server
10
being
times
what it
less
currently
fun.
is. So yes, JW not existing would have prevented that. However, I'm quite enjoying working on Dante's 9. And honestly, I would have probably been a little bit less productive if I didn't have such a code base to work on and fix. So I feel like it's probably a net. It's probably, maybe not right now, it's a net positive, but I think that whenever Dante's 9 gets near completion, it'll end up being a net positive that JW exists.
Wow.
But currently, he's net negative, I think.
Alright.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Where are you at on the tier list? Actually, let me take a look at this. Have they updated it at all?
I think I'm wholesome 100.
Your wholesome 100 tier list. What is JW? Oh, sorry. Tempura Cat here. This guy right here.
Me? Yeah.
I'm calling him JW because that's like
my
the
full legal name.
It's not your full legal name. It's what he goes by, like on Discord and whatever else. That's just like his name, but like Tempura Cat's like his username or whatever.
Yeah.
Let's see. Who sent it? Was it Jimmy that sent it? From
Yeah,
Jimmy.
it was.
From Jimmy has image. Oh god. Goated member is really okay. Sorry, I'm just like
What?
Goated member is Moaz, Cheese, Lukaiza, and me.
Yeah.
Lukaiza, I understand. Me, I'm kind of surprised, but like I appreciate it.
You're like the owner. You got.
Moaz, Cheese being a goated member is insane.
Yeah.
Let me actually. I'm gonna edit his thing really quickly so that there's like a thing that says like parentheses JW. Sorry, you're gonna see just this scene for a second while I do live technical support for my stream. Transform center vertically question mark. Oh shit, wrong button. No, it's not gonna be center vertically. Can I just make this like? Can I make this multiple lines? No, I got an idea. Sorry, this is gonna be terrible. I'm going to add a new text label. JW label.
Okay, there we go. We have a little laser pointer now too.
Oh, dude, there we go. Now that's the play, I think.
What is going on?
I'm doing live support for my stream so that people know who you are.
Okay.
So right click, transform, center horizontally, right click, transform, center horizontally. There we go. That works. So now if I swap back to my desktop scene, wherever desktop is, hello desktop. There we go.
I think I had originally said that you probably should have done that.
Is it? You did, yeah.
Thank you for the follow, Lori.
Hello, Lori. Thank you for the chat. I appreciate it. How's it going? JW jump scare. So fucking true.
Yeah, I'm scary.
Okay, so now back to this. So where are we at right now? This isn't deck, right? No, this is deck. So we're keeping track of the equipped card so that whenever we do equip card, we can say equipped card is equal to card, and then we erase it from the hand, and then we do deck dot card equipment used dot emit card. Then
I'm gonna go ahead
we should
and
no longer be doing this.
export all the sprites that I've drawn in the past couple days for you separately, so that way you can use them if you want them or anything.
Sure. Which sprites?
So I have the laser pointer, I have the SMG, both cards and ability visuals, and then I also have the slime with the different stages and the eyeball with the wings as well.
Okay, sure. Yeah, a fun little fact actually, just completely kind of off the game. My cat does not play with laser pointers anymore, which is like really sad.
Crazy. My dog actually likes laser pointers, which is really funny.
It's actually like a lot of dogs really like laser pointers, and I'm like, damn, my cat don't even fucking do that shit. My cat doesn't care. She's like, what are you trying to do?
I'm still so happy with the slime. He's so silly.
Yeah, it looks dope.
See, do we want another? I'm trying to think if we want another stage that's like less cracked.
Let's
see if we could like
instance. Question mark. Does this do? Oh god, where am I at? Card visual reparent to equipment slot. The target rotation unequipped connect. Unequipped card does what? Nothing. Just literally nothing right now. You should do something though, and that is going to be deck dot unequip. Oh shit. Oh no. No. You don't need to do that at all. You don't need to do that at all. Because I can do if equipped card. I can just unequip it through the deck. Whoa. Oh my god. Wait, this is goated. I didn't even mean to do this. I think this should just work now, right? Get rid of unequipped card. This function can be killed eventually because it doesn't matter. None of this matters. Except for this part where I need to on card. Oh no, we added that already. I think that's everything, right? We need to update card equipment select, but I think that's fine.
I think we should just have this one be the base. I don't like the dimmer one.
I guess we'll find out if this breaks. Add cards. I'm gonna get rid of the talking dudes for a second so you guys can see. Oh, it still says JW. Why did it? Why does it still say JW? Hotkeys. Give me a second. Filter hotkey. Control Alt 8. Oh, I'm just hiding the. Yeah. Okay. Hold up. I'm not hiding the scene. JW table. Show is 9. And 8 is hide. Now, if I hit ping. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. So now, what did I change? I made it so that the cards should swap out. I guess I should add a pistol, not a sword. So pistol, swap. It wasn't right. Let's see. So what's wrong with you? So this unequipped connect equip card instance. If equipped card unequip, I did the wrong guy. Unequipped card. You broke, but that might honestly that might be an issue that I did. Hold on. Might be a evil thing from me. Pistol and sword. Do you comment explanations in your code or just raw here's what this does? I kind of mix the two and do explanations for particularly random bugs. So I don't typically leave a bunch of comments in my code unless it's something that is like a here's how you use this kind of thing. So like for example, deck. I think deck has a thing. Yeah, so right here where it's like this is what these actually do. It's like for documentation for usage later. Typically, I will not comment the implementation because I think ideally it should be very clear what the code is doing. because of the name of functions, the names of variables, typically. Like, for example, I don't have to comment any of this function because it's like, you can tell what it's doing. We're doing equip card. We're checking if there's already an equip card. If there is, we unequip it, and then we assign it to the new equip card. We remove that from the hand. Maybe this could be like removed from hand or something. And then a mid card. Yeah, comments are for why not how. Yeah, true. So I, Sake, say GUI. If I'm like, oh, there's like a GUI for this program. I know some people say GUI. I don't like it when people say GUI, but I think they are totally allowed to. But I really don't like it. It feels a little silly. Not like a fun, silly way, but like a, why are you doing this? Yeah, it definitely can be helpful for coming back to code. I just typically will attempt not to have my code be in a way that it needs to be read in a comment. So the issue, sorry, what was the issue? Was this working? I need to restart the game and make sure that what the bug was. GUI is kind of fun, but like, it feels like gross saying, you know? 'Cause you're like, oh, this is GUI. Fuck, this didn't equip. Why didn't it equip? Is it equipped right now? It is. Not. I'm left clicking, nothing's happening. What's equipped currently? Just curious is all. I'm not like upset. I promise I'm not upset. You can tell me what's equipped. Oh, nothing. Player equipment is queue-freed? Who did that?
It wasn't me.
Who told you to queue-free yourself? You should queue-free yourself now? What's up, JW? Sorry.
I said it wasn't me.
I found it. I need to queue-free the current ability, not myself. Queue-free. Yeah. I strongly dislike GUI. Me too. GUI, UI, and ooks. Yeah. No, I don't know. It sounds gross. It sounds sticky. It sounds like... bleh. I think there are definitely some... There's some games that you're like, oh, this is a GUI, and then you look at this and you're like, that's a GUI. That's a GUI as fuck. This is a GUI. It's snappy. It's responsive. It's controller supported. The GUI before this, that was a fucking GUI. How... Sorry, I'm just noticing something. How does my game look smoother on my right monitor than my middle monitor?
I don't know. That's a good question.
The gameplay in OBS preview looks smoother than my actual monitor. Is my monitor set to the wrong refresh rate while I'm streaming? Am I like losing my mind? Change resolution for this guy? Refresh rate is 165. You should be 165. This might make the screen go black. Please don't like do anything bad, please. There's nothing bad on screen, so it doesn't matter, but weird. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, if it doesn't have the sauce, so fucking real. Okay. Does this work? I changed some things. Oh wait, it's gonna be pissed. No, I won't keep these changes. Whatever, dude. You can go back to regular. I don't care enough to fix it. So let me add a new card. Sword and pistol. So if I use sword, then I left click, it should be printing. I'm attacking. Yup, I should actually change this print message to where it does. Please? Oh, my Godot is fucked up there. I'm attacking. With card instance. Or no, I guess this would be, yeah, whatever. I think this should say now I'm attacking with sword or something, right? Yeah, okay. Dope.
Yeah.
If I put pistol, it does nothing. But it is attacking with pistol, so something is just wrong somewhere. Why are we wrong exactly? So if I go into hand, sorry, I'm trying to think of where this would be. Reparent to equipment slot, equip card. Unequip card. I think the issue is I'm reparenting it before putting the equipment in. So maybe this works. Counterpoint, if something is gooey, it probably has too much sauce. Depends on the sauce, yeah. Honestly, you might actually be right. It might be because the max frame rate was set to 60. So since my OBS monitor is actually a 60 hertz, it was probably just like smoother over there. You might be right. I also do I do a thing whenever I stream. I change my main monitor from my center monitor to my right monitor so that if anything pops up I don't expect, then it pops up on that monitor rather than this one. Just because as much as I want to accidentally open up my tax 2025 folder on stream, or I guess it would be 2024, sorry. Okay, so attacking with sword, correct. Yes, attacking with pistol. Oh, they swapped it over. Oh shit, unequip. If I left click, I'm hitting. Okay, cool. So we've got this to a point where at least it looks like it's working. Dope. Counter is a spectrum. Too much or too little are both gooey. Perfect balance is a gooey. Actually, you know what? I know Jimmy's gonna hate me for this. You might have just convinced me to be a centrist on this issue. You might be right. No sauce, that shit's a gooey. That's made by a programmer, that's a gooey. Too much sauce, that's made by a guy who has too much time on his hands and should not be wasting that much time scrolling through settings menus.
True.
That's also a GUI. Now this polished GUI on Dante's 9. Yes, motherfucker. This is a GUI. It's also a little broken. We still need to fix this. Maybe it's a GUI right now. Who knows? Man, I sound like Northern Lion sometimes.
Yeah.
Fuck. But like, it's a good thing, I think, because Northern Lion's pretty cool.
True, he is pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. Okay, so this works. So now whenever I equip this, it should be this. All right, so if I go equip card, sword and pistol, let me make sure the sound is on actually. Is this still? Yeah, okay, so this still swaps between. Let me pause my music for a second. That works. Okay, cool. What about GUI? 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 What about GUI? Like Luigi?
Luigi like Luigi.
Yeah. What about Blugigi? I wanted to do a silly voice, but then like I got nervous because I'm on stream, so I stopped it. Damn.
No
came out
silly
terribly.
voices.
What'd you say?
I said no silly voices. I got the SNG in game. My frame rate is dying probably because I have like 3 streams open and I'm streaming on OBS.
Whoa, look at this guy. He's got an Uzi. What the hell? Yippee! Yeah, I'll implement the ability for that. Oh no. Yeah, no, I'll implement. I should actually find out if that's a thing. Or I guess never mind. That's not a thing at all right now because I'm literally not using any of that code. I guess I can show you what I'm doing. Check this out.
We could possibly, for some variation, we could maybe make the Uzi projectile instead of hit scan. Just have it shoot out like a bunch of little fireballs.
Well, I don't know if the Uzi's a gun for that. I'll be honest, because an Uzi still feels like a hit scan kind of gun.
Sure.
I mean, I guess it could be like non, but yeah, no. The ability system is working, minus the fact that the abilities aren't working.
Cool.
But you can see that I'm hitting, and it recognizes that we are using the pistol.
Whoa.
And then it recognizes we're using the sword. And if I unequip, we're back to regular attack.
Cool. So
yippee.
Cool.
I guess.
Uzi yarn balls. That's a good idea.
Uzi yarn balls? Dude, that's actually a sick fucking idea. You absolute. That's so. I'm so pissed about what you just put into my brain. Like, what if you could combine certain cards so that, like, you had an Uzi that shoots bricks or, like, a pistol that shoots, like, a really strong yarn ball?
It's a good idea.
It's a It's an okay idea. The only problem is that would be a balance nightmare, and it would also be an implementation nightmare.
True, but that's like
and also a performance nightmare.
Oh,
It's
true.
less of an implementation, more of a performance nightmare.
30 yarn balls at once at high speeds would be bad.
And Sakai was like almost crashing his game with like 8. So I still want to revisit that and
yeah.
Equipment, player equipment. So I think now what I can do attack. Yeah, do attack. Hard instance dot charges minus equals 1. I think
Alright,
you're gonna go below
all
0
that
now.
uploaded, all of the files.
Not yarn balls. Was it not yarn balls that was crashing?
Was it not yarn balls? I thought it was yarn balls.
JW, I thought you sent me a thing that said Sakai's game was crashing with yarn balls.
I thought they were too.
How can I see your chat? Oh, Sakai yarn. No? Yarn?
Oh wait, maybe it was.
Yeah, by the way, Sakai shot like 30 yarn balls and it started lagging a little bit. Okay, so it wasn't crashing your game, but it was a little bit.
It was like a little bit, and yeah, that was like 30.
Designing UI for the game? No, reworking an ability system that has been in the game for probably like a year, right? Because whenever you first made the current ability system.
Wait, when? Huh?
Oh my god. For the equipment cards. That was like made probably a year ago, right?
Probably.
Yeah. So I'm coming back through, and I'm cleaning up some of his game jam code that's probably still just lingering in the. Yeah, you're fine, dude. I'll need to fix that. Game looks beautiful. Can't wait to play it. Me too. I can't wait for it to get to a point where people can play it, and like actually experience it for what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I'm actually so fucking happy that I'm getting to the point where I can start implementing new systems, because I went to show Nui the progress that I made in the last 2 months, and it felt so terrible to just be like, yeah, here's what I did in the last 2 months. Oh, the only thing that changed was like on the programming side. This is easier to work with. Oh, this thing, yeah, that's on the programming side.
Yeah, pretty much.
It feels so terrible to be like, yeah, everything, like, nothing really looks that different, but I promise you, there were a lot of code changes.
Pretty much.
I'm like actually so happy that we're getting to the point where like systems can be added. Yeah, Give us yarn ball, your laptop is crying real. Movement looks solid. Yeah, I think there's a couple things we want to change about the movement and camera. Well, maybe not the movement. I'm gonna swap this out to a specific component for movement and probably clean up a bit of the code in here, but it should be
a bit.
I think almost the exact. Well, all of a lot lytic of the code. Because this code is gross, but that's fine. Yeah, no, I want to go through and I want to clean up the code. And I think the plan for the movement is to keep it like exactly the same as it is right now, because that's kind of what everything's built around. I might make I'll be honest with you, I'm thinking about making a very slight adjustment to the movement code. Just a little bit.
He's gonna add a dash.
I'm not adding a dash, you Celeste-brained motherfucker.
Sorry.
I'm not adding a dash. I'm probably going to make it so that what I'd be interested in adding is just like the tiniest bit of startup and stop time to your movement. Like, like a 1/10 of a second.
I think
maximum.
there's already
so
a
it
little
still
bit.
Feels,
you just have to turn it up a
doesn't.
little bit. Like there's a way you can change it, so it does.
Is there?
In the exports.
Acceleration curve, deceleration base max speed. Oh god. This is not how I would do this. Which is fine.
That's okay.
These
You
values are
write
insane.
it.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, I just think there's some things that I want to change some things. It's also crazy that you have like 3 export variables for input left, input right, and jump, as if those are going to change ever.
Yeah.
I don't know why these.
Actually, those might have been from the, because I originally was using like somebody
you, like,
else's
lifted it from
script. Yeah.
Yeah. Cat tumble roll is a dash. I think that one of the cards that we want to add eventually was a card that whenever you equip it and then use it, it like shoots you like a cannon. Not like out of a cannon, but you like shoot forward. I would love to play around with that because that sounds really fun. But...
Yeah. Or what I was thinking.
What was I doing?
One thing I was thinking was like a sword dash. So like you like dash with it, and then it like slices in where you dashed and deals damage.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
Clarence ID.
Like Ash's old from Apex Legends.
That
with
works
dash
too.
or with damage.
Also Clarence ID.
Call it the boot. Yeah, you kick the shit out of the cat. Dude, wait, no. Okay, so I don't know if you know this, JW, because you've like never. How much have you been around cats before?
I've been around cats like a decent amount, but not like a.
You've been around cats a decent amount? Okay. I'm just curious, because with cats, have you ever picked up like a small dog?
Yeah.
You know how you like have to like kind of sit them down on the ground? You can't just like do anything else. Well, with a cat, a lot of cats really don't like you sitting them back down on the ground. So you kind of just like, you don't open your arms or you don't toss them or whatever, but you kind of just like let them get down. You kind of just like, and then they figure it out. And some cats also really like just being thrown, which is really weird. I used to have a cat that whenever we would sweep the house, he would love to lie down on the floor and have us push him around with the broom. So like we would be at the end of the hall and then I would get the broom and I would like push him with the broom and like running, and then I let go and then he would just like slide across the floor and then he would come back for more. And it's like, cats are so great, man.
I need a cat.
Yeah. Just like, because someone said call it the boot, and I'm just like, oh, you know, you'd be kicking a cat, which kind of sucks. And then it's like, well, actually, there's probably some cats that love being drop kicked because they're like, this is so fucking fun. Also, don't kick cats. Just as like a, don't do that.
Or okay.
Just in case you were thinking about it.
Yeah.
Card instance charges changed. I think I want to do a thing where whenever this actually ends up being changed, I think deck.gd. Add card instance card discovered is true. That's fine. I think I want to add a.
By the way, I might go for dinner in a little bit. I'm getting hungry.
Okay. I've got a couple more things that I want to do before I end stream, so if you end up heading out, I'll probably just end up streaming myself for a little bit.
Okay.
I guess I'm using charges changed here, so I can probably just do something like... Or actually... You know what? This guy can actually probably just handle the fact that charges have been used up, right? I can probably do like... What would be like a signal for whenever the card is finished and out of charges? Like how a health signal would be like died whenever you run out of health. What would that be for a card? I wonder.
I don't know.
Charges.
Jimmy, it's heartbroken.
Expired.
What happened?
Charges. It's just charges used, I guess. That feels kind of weird. Charges changed. Charges empty.
Charges empty sounds like the best, I think.
Charges emptied.
Mm-hmm.
It would need to be emptied. Charges used. I think emptied might be it. Yeah. I think that's what I'll go with. Charges emptied. Because signals like being past tense verbs. Okay. Card dot charges emptied dot connect on card emptied. Sorry, what is this about Jimmy being heartbroken, by the way?
I don't know. Sakay said Jimmy is heartbroken.
Oh no. Is this like actual heartbroken? Is this like a serious thing or like a hee hee ha ha?
It's probably hee hee ha ha, I'm not gonna lie.
I hope it's a hee hee ha ha. On card emptied.
It's a hee hee ha ha.
I guess this should this emit itself? I think it's fine to have it not emit itself because then I can just do like a dot bind card and then pass that in here. Dot bind is so fucking useful. So I guess I need to tell which deck it's in or which pile it's in.
Yeah.
I would love to rewrite the pile code as well at some point, but that's fine. I guess what I'll do is I'll just say like let's see. Or, no, it should always go to the discard pile, right? I guess I need to remove it from the... Yeah, card dot... Unequip? No. No. Hold on. What do I want to do?
That's
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think I know what I want to do, essentially. I would like to... push this into the discard pile. Find out whether it's in... if it's an equipment card. Unset equipment card. If it's in the hand, remove her from the hand. I think that's fine. So we'll do discard dot back card. If hand dot has that's so weird that Dante's 9 wish list came up on the shared chat that time for me. But it didn't last time.
That's really weird.
I guess it's probably because it wasn't a command and it's just like a message.
No, usually that doesn't show up.
Very weird.
That is a little weird.
Did we get any update on the Jimmy situation?
No.
Okay.
I think Sakay is dead. It's over.
Damn. And dot erase card. If current equipped card is card equipped card equals null. Yes. Sorry. Hold on. Let me see. Is there a quick use option for the cards? Just thinking about like if in the future there are a lot of enemies, it might be harder for the player to focus on choosing a card without dying. So there's a couple of things there. So there is a quality of life thing that we want to be adding soon, which is if you have a bunch of cards. So let's say you have a fuck ton of cards. Normally you wouldn't have this many cards, but whatever. So let's say, for example, I use the salami. If I want to use it again, we're going to have the option to have it, or we're going to make it so that it keeps track of where you were in the list, so that whenever you hold right-click down again, it will go back to the card that you had selected previously. And if you tap right-click, it would automatically use that card. And we might have some way to indicate that as well. You bringing up the quick use thing does actually give me an idea, which I'm going to write down. Which is before we had a thing where you would scroll through and it would swap the cards around. I think that going in the middle of that would be kind of good, is to have the ability to scroll to select the card that you're going to select whenever you hold right click, so that, you know, if later you want to be like, okay, well, I'm on salami, scroll up to this so you can tap right click to automatically use the card that you have selected. That kind of, I think that might work. Keep card selected after use in hand. Allow scroll wheel to change the initial card selected. I think that works. That might be a good middle ground for that. But yeah, there's also, whenever you go to select a card, it goes into slow motion. And I think we're going to do a couple things where you're only in slow motion for a certain amount of time. And there's also a cooldown, so you can't like slow motion, you know, and like spam the card thing to kind of like frame by frame it. Let's see. So on card emptied, which is not something that's currently being called anywhere, which is fine. Whenever charges are changed, if charges is less than or equal to 0, charges dot emit. Is there an option to turn off the slow mode? There will be. There isn't. It's been brought up, and it's something I'm interested in as well. Don't worry, Sakay. I'm a speedrun fellow as well, so speedrunners will be getting recognition in this game as a UX thing, because it will piss me off if that isn't a thing. Also, any update on the Jimmy thing? Is Jimmy actually heartbroken, or is this just like a joke? It's been brought up by you. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, no, I definitely will add it. Don't worry. I didn't ignore your comment or miss it. I honestly think I might have written it down. If I didn't, you know what? Just for you, I will write it down a second time potentially. Option to remove no slow-mo when selecting cards. Speedrunner-esque change. Yeah, no, because I'm very much a speedrunner fan.
I don't like speedrunners.
Really?
Joking.
Oh, okay. I mean, there's a lot of people that don't, so I was like, I don't know, maybe you do hate speedrunners. I think speedrunners are probably like, I hate to say it, but in my mind, they're probably like the most important players. Because like, you know, a casual person might pick up the game and play it like 10 times or something. A speedrunner is gonna fucking play the game hundreds of times because they're speedrunning. Is Jimmy heartbroken as a joke? How is it not? I don't know, man. I have no fucking clue, dog. Yeah, maybe you actually did make Jimmy heartbroken, and now he's all sad, and I gotta like go mediate my Discord server. Yeah, speedrunners are goated because they keep the game alive. So fucking true. That and modders, which I would love to be able to do something with modding at some point, but it's not something that we've looked at. You did break up. Banger.
No! Sorry.
Banger. Honestly, Sake, it wasn't even a real relationship to begin with. He didn't buy you Nitro. So, you know, think about that next time. Sorry, what the fuck am I doing? On card emptied. So this gets rid of the card, I think. I do need to also tell the visual that this is being removed. Yeah. How are you doing the... How are we spawning the whenever the card dies, it like flies off the side. What is that called?
Oh,
do you know off the top of your head what the variable would be called in here?
Card activate animation.
Activate animation. Card activate animation is called card activate. Used down here, dissolve card. Got it. Okay, thank you. This is used here, and use equipment, which is going to be a dead function. It's fine. Oh, sorry, I missed a bunch of shit. Does the same game have set or random levels, or is it not decided yet? So the plan is that it is going to be mainly pre-made rooms that will be randomly placed with procedural elements inside of them. With potentially more like procedural elements in it. I don't know 100% what the idea is behind it, but there will definitely be procedural generation of pre-made levels at the very least. Or pre-made rooms, sorry. And I think we're going to have enough rooms to where it doesn't feel like they're like repeated. Finding Isaac, yeah. That and Gungeon as well. Gungeon also has pre-made rooms that are stitched together. You're also not a speedrunner. You recognize their importance. I do too. I'm also kind of a speedrunner kind of person, so... Here's Toxic, you're gonna buy me that plushie, right? Right.
Oh, I did get the tile set picks, by the way. Meowge.
Yippee. Yeah. It also depends on how many Bitlytic emotes you draw. So, you know, get to work.
Alright, well, I think I'm gonna
I do have the most
for dinner, because I am hungry. It has been 3.5 hours. So I will be streaming. It has.
Okay.
I'll be streaming same time. Not same time. The usual time on Tuesday at 8:30 EST. Actually, it might not be 8:30 EST.
No, it's gonna be, I think 7.
Maybe
right?
7 or like 6:30. It'll be at some point on Tuesday.
It'll be sometime around this time on Tuesday. Like right now, plus or minus 30 minutes.
Yeah. Theoretically.
Yeah, I will still be streaming for like probably another 30 minutes to an hour.
And I may be doing some additional like just art streams at some point. Like probably in the mornings. But anyways, I will be heading out. Everybody that's in my chat or on Twitch can go just watch Bitlytic Can I raid you? I think.
Can you raid me? We have shared chat.
Can I raid
don't know how that's
you?
gonna work.
Let's see.
Let's see. I'm still streaming, by the way, so ignore what he's saying.
I can raid Bitlytic.
Yippee. Whoa! Hold up. Sorry, I just noticed something that I heard in the background. Is that... Dude, that's goated.
What?
Sorry, the music that played was two songs from the one album I'm obsessed with, and they led into each other. Like, it was, like, in the order.
Scene.
It went from, like, the intro song to, like, the next song.
Good night, everybody. And for everybody on YouTube, you can just go find Bitlytic wherever he's at.
Just go find him.
Just go find him. Good luck.
I said, fuck it. You guys got it.
Yeah.
Twitch chat. Thank you, Temporary Guy Games, for the raid of 2 people.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night. I'll catch you later.